Okay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Monday.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived two deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bummy and Kipmount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia. My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived two deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bummy and Kipmount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example.
Good morning. This is a general show, and today is Monday. Another day. It's a Labor Day holiday in the United States, and I don't know what. Anyway, today is just a regular day in Liberia. And who's in there? True Breakfast Show. Is this O'Neill? Hello. Are we live right now, please? Okay. Let me. I will. I'm going to take a few minutes break. I'm going to take a few minutes. Okay, guys, please share the video. Share the video. I'm just waiting for studio, and the news is on right now. So as usual, the news come up at 8 o'clock in Liberia. So today we're having another beautiful day, and Mr. Cummings is on another trail. Y'all saw what happened yesterday in District 4 and through liability. And listen, guys, and things are going well. Things are fine. We we having a good day. As when the campaign come closer, it will be harder. Let's be honest. We're not overlooking no political parties. We are all into these things. We are all and equal. They are the one who overlooking us. So, but if they overlooking us, trust me, we are there to win, and we are going to win. We will win. So please be patient. Do what you're supposed to do. Continue to spread the message. Continue to talk to the people. Mr. Cummings is doing everything. Mr. Cummings is the hardest working candidate in Liberia who have started this thing here since 2016, 17. And so I'm waiting for studio. Whenever they're ready, they will bring us on. Okay, now I see Mayborn is in there. Good morning, good afternoon to your end, and good morning from my end, Mayborn. My man, you need to put light in. You need to put light in our studio, man. Please share the video. Please share the video.
The general, let me say good afternoon to you. I know it's in the morning time, but good afternoon.
Morning. It's in the morning. Good afternoon to you there, Mayborn. My man, you need to put light in our studio, Mayborn. You need to put light there, man.
We have light. I just switched it on. As you can see, we have light. I just
Oh,
switched it on.
now
And
you.
said maybe if you want to talk about the other light, I don't know now.
Okay, now I can see your face. Now I can see
Okay,
your face.
that's
So how was your weekend, Mayborn? How was your weekend?
well. I can say thank God for life and thank God for everything. Even though this gone Sunday was the first Sunday in a 9 month. Yes, so there are a lot of activities that
Yeah,
happen on first Sunday.
yeah, Friday.
After service meetings
Yeah,
and so
that's the
forth.
same thing. That's the same thing with us. After service, we had a long meeting. Then from there, Sunday is one of my busiest days. Sunday, I'm so busy, man. Like even my family, we had a dinner. They were so mad. We had to go around 5 o'clock to go and eat. My son were all waiting for me because after church, like, I try to take them every Sunday to go eat something different. But anyway, but it went well. But I want to say thank you again for coming on, and I want to say thanks to our librarian. Are we on right now?
Yes, we are live on Truth FM right here in Painesville and also across the country.
All right, thank you very much. Those of you listening to us, I want to say good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is the General Show live from New Jersey, USA. And I will be in Liberia soon because I got to cast my vote. I want to say thank you, and you guys, I wish you all the best. Please let us have a good conversation. This show is all about the CPP, about Alex Cummings, on all CPP members, and all about Liberia. But let me say this to those of you who support Mr. Cummings, the campaign is going on fine. Everything is okay. We have our style of campaign. We're doing the dual witness. And I will say this, Mr. Cummings is the hardest working candidate. Liberians, we need to ask questions. We need to ask politicians, what will you do when we elect you? What have you done? You were already there. So let us ask a necessary question. How will you create jobs? How will you fix the economy? How will you fix the educational system? How will you fix the health system? How will you unite Liberians? Ask all these questions. Do not vote because you say this person is popular. Popularity cannot put food on you myself table. The most loved man is not a leadership. Leadership is not popularity contest. If leadership was a popularity contest, then we just have to allow George Weah to go through because George Weah is the most popular man in Liberia with 40%. But we're looking for a leader. We're looking for a manager. Today, we got 20 candidates running around the town. 20. You don't even know their names. But if I ask you today, you will say George Weah, Joseph Waka, Alex Cummings. Then maybe you bring Tiawan Gonglo in. But I bet you some of you don't know who they call Sarah Beslow. Some of you don't know who they call Dr. Monimba. Y'all don't know. They get, I don't know the other candidates. I only saw the picture. But Liberians, we must protect our country. The future of Liberia is in you and our hands. Every one of us get one vote. We are all important. Now today we see CDC. Imagine CDC 6 years ago. When CDC called for a rally, people walked from across the bridge all over to go to a rally. Imagine CDC campaigning 12 o'clock in the night. CDC having rally because they have not done their homework, because they did nothing for re-election. They did nothing for re-election. That is why when the president traveled, the entire cabinet traveled with him. He traveled with entourage, and they believe in this crowd. But Liberian people, it is time to tell them that crowd is nothing anymore. We got the silent voters, people who are independent mind, who want to see beautiful things in Liberia. You're looking for jobs. Putting solar panel lights in the street of Liberia will not put food on your table. It will not give you jobs. Let us stop fooling us for once, my people. We need jobs, jobs, jobs. We need our children to go to school. The fathers are fighting hard to support their children. The woman in the market, she's struggling, selling her things just to send her children to school. Let us not be fooled by anybody. Please don't sell your vote. Please do not sell your vote for another $10. At the end of the day, you are creating a 6 years problem for you. And then we'll go to the other side. We got our brothers on the other side. They call from the UPP, the UP. Something happened here. Look, Liberians, after this election, we will live together. There will be life after October 10th. Why are we hating each other? Why are we so hateful? I remember we're in the CPP. They took Mr. Cummings to court. They tried to destroy his life. They tried to destroy him as a human being. Yesterday, we're in the church, and we're going to say this to you. We're in the church. They say, well, you and your friend can speak, and somebody died, that the time you can bring family back together. We were in the church on Saturday. Everybody spoke. May his soul rest in peace, the late and chairman for ANC. Everybody spoke. The senator spoke. When Mr. Cummings got up to speak, Mr. Bwaka and his entourage walked out of the church. That is not a fair thing. Walking out of the church. Tomorrow, if this election end up between CDC and UP, what type of face Mr. Bwaka will go in from Mr. Cummings to say, I need your support? When you can't even speak to Mr. Cummings, you walk in the church. Mr. Cummings and the ANC, the CPP, are the one who bereaved. When you walk in the church, the first thing you do, you sympathize with them. UP never went to ANC office to sympathize. Okay, in the church, the senator spoke. Mr. Bwaka spoke. When they introduced Mr. Cummings to go and say something, Mr. Bwaka got up and walked from the church. Walk from the church. Liberians, who are we? Look at our big people in such a thing. You see, our problem is that we're not calling people out. We always say, oh, let Mr. Cummings and Mr. Bwaka work together. Let us be honest and say the truth. That was wrong. Mr. Bwaka was wrong. There is nothing go look. We see politicians in the other countries. They shake hands, they hug, they talk together. But when they come to politics, they preach politics. When the girls and when the 3 person died from CDC, Mr. Cummings put up a statement. When Jefferson Koji, imagine we're trying to remove CDC. Yet it says CDC sent the Secretary General to sign a book of condolence. And then UP were all over the place. Oh, CDC and ANC joined in collaboration. My Liberian people, let us be careful. People are desperate for power. UP is desperate for power. I know your UP people today will not like me. You people are desperate for power. You got a record. You can't even run on a record. Show us what you did the last 12 years. What you did as a group, as a government, that the Liberian people should be convinced to remove President we have because of you. The only person, we never, yes, I agree, we never try Mr. Cummings. But Mr. Cummings is the number one consistent and politician in Liberia. He never left Liberia. After the election, Mr. Cummings went around the country. He went to Sando, he went to Maryland, he went back to the people to tell them, thank you for allowing me to run. He said, thank you. He went back to reintroduce himself. That is how a politician is supposed to work. Mr. Cummings went back to Maryland. He went back because everybody said nobody knows Mr. Cummings. That's true. It was fair game. 18 months into the election, nobody going to know you. At that time, Mr. Cummings, nobody knew him in Liberia. He was new to politics, but he was not new to Liberia. He's a Liberian. He has visited Liberia so many times. He don't need to call your name when he come to Liberia. But this man got family. He went to Liberia in 2002. He was there. 2004, he went back to Liberia before Ellen Johnson even became president. In 2004, he went with Coca-Cola, and they gave over $350,000 worth of medical supply to the Buchanan Hospital. You knew about it? No. It's in the newspaper. Fact. During the Ebola time, he went back there. He made sure that Coca-Cola gave the Liberian government $1 million help to help. He went around and asked for medication, solicited money, medication from all over, and gave it to the UP government. That is why Ellen Johnson honored him. Liberian people, Mr. Cummings retired from his regular job in 2016. When he retired, he decided that I will get into politics. That's his right. As a Liberian citizen, he said, my country needs me now. And let me tell you something, my people. Y'all don't know, if you're working with Coca-Cola, you can't get into politics. In that Coca-Cola factory I see in Pinsville, we're talking about USTC. This man reached to the top of black man, or Liberian man, on African and African, where a man and partner even working in that place. But this man came and went all the way to the top. And he was one of the big guys. In America, they respect you. He's a celebrity too. This man on so many boards today. This man said, listen, I can help my country. It's not because of finance. God bless him. He always tell you, say, God bless him. Mr. Cummings will tell you, say, my grandchildren will not suffer. But I love my country, Liberia. Some of the Liberians who got money, they live in different countries. Some of them go to Ghana. They all over enjoying, but Mr. Cummings chose to live in Liberia, build his houses, get his business, taking care of people, going down. He said, I need to see. He got a chance of even taking a helicopter. He refused. Mr. Cummings visited 73 districts. Mr. Cummings understand the problem of Liberia. Our biggest problem is management. And Mr. Cummings is a manager. We're looking for manager. We're looking for somebody who will fix the economy. Mr. Cummings and I'm one of the typical politicians. Because I never hear the politician telling people say, I will jail you when you steal. Mr. Cummings saying that he ain't call it corruption. He said stealing. He said if you steal in my administration, nowhere in the world will hire you. And that's true. Mr. Cummings said we got our people in the country that are not even making money. He said minimum, he said living wage, not minimum wage. He said we should pay the people who doing the work, like the policemen, the nurses, the old man who sweeping the street, the people who clean the ministry, your driver, your cook. You should pay them well. We should respect each other. Mr. Cummings will never yell at even his driver. Mr. Cummings never yell at his driver one day. But in Liberia today, we don't respect driver. We don't respect cook. We don't respect the people that are sweeping the street because we're getting chicken change. We don't respect each other. Everybody that be shot. Mr. Cummings said, nobody coming. If you supporting me and you won't come to America, to Liberia and Ireland, be shot, don't support me. How many of our candidates can say that? Mr. Cummings said we need infrastructure. The other day I listened to one of the politicians, the external bearer. He said light. That's true. Light is the number one priority for any country. If you want to create job, get good electricity. What Mr. Cummings said, infrastructure. In our infrastructure, Mr. Cummings selected three things. He said electricity, water, and internet cell phone connectivity. That three things can bring any kind of job to Liberia. Roads, bridges, they are all infrastructure. Even security is part of infrastructure. But if we got good electricity, companies will come to Liberia because nobody won't worry about generator. That's too much money because you spend more money on generator and the common man will feed it because the businessman will put the fuel money in our price. Mr. Cummings said we need drinking water. What kind of country we can't even drink the water from the pump? We can't even drink the water. Everybody drinking mineral water because the water not correct. And it's a human right issue. That's the job of the government for you to get a drinking water. We still get all the iron pipes in Liberia. So when we start fixing the pipe, all the plumber will get job. The business will bring more pipe. Everybody will bring that job creation right there. Internet. You go to Grand Gillette County, certain part of Grand Gillette County, you can't even get telephone. You can't get internet. Even right in Monrovia, certain part of the place, you can't get internet. My people, these are all human rights. These are all, it's not a right, it's not a privilege, it's a right. This is the third world. We're in it, and we're going to the 21st century. You got internet, you can speak anywhere in the world. You can talk to anybody. It make it easier for us. Look, I'm sitting here in America, I'm talking to you. That internet. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Cummings said when we get it, even when you get good drinking water, all the typhoid, the diarrhea, everything will stop. Then Mr. Cummings said job creation. Because good infrastructure, you create job. Government can't create job. Government can't employ everybody. Government sort of employ at least small group of people. But when the companies come to Liberia, they will employ plenty of people. The government is supposed to protect the companies when they come to Liberia. Then Mr. Cummings said agriculture. Every day, all the past government, they talk about agriculture. But when you look at the money they put to agriculture, that's small money. Mr. Cummings, now who the businessman? The more money you put into business is the better profit you get. Mr. Cummings said, my government will put more money in agriculture. We will bring other people in the country. I promise you, 3 years in my administration, we should be able to feed ourselves. He didn't tell you say in 1 year. He didn't say in 2 years, or he said 3 years because it's a fair thing for a businessman. When a businessman want to do business, when he put $5, he will say in 5 years, I will make the $5. So Mr. Cummings said, we'll invest in agriculture. Which type of agriculture? He broke it down. They get fisheries. They get so many things. You go to Africa, the agriculture they depending on. You go to Rwanda, you go to other countries, that agriculture the people depending on. It mean that when you do, everybody gotta go in the bush. No, the guys of people who wear coat suit, but they are agriculturalists. We can't say because you're agriculturalist, you must be dirty. No. So we try to educate our people. Then Mr. Cummings talk about education. We know every Liberian must go to school. Our educational system is good? No. Is the foundation is good? No. The foundation is there, but it's crack. What Mr. Cummings say? He said the first thing for us to get a good education, we should train the teachers. Because the other day, President, we are said we're going to get 6,000 teachers from Nigeria. How will you go to Nigeria and bring 6,000 teachers to can teach our people to be hearing that a strong accent will get me understanding? Mr. Cummings said we must train our teachers. They got KR, TTR. All the places broke down. When you train the teachers, that means you get good school. You can even put the children in the parking lot and you will teach them. Because you got to train the teachers. That means you establish garbage in, garbage out. So Mr. Cummings breaking all the thing down. He said we can't do everything, because if you try to do everything, you not do nothing. Then he talked about health. He said we got the buildings, we got JFK, we got all these all the hospitals around town, but we ain't got medication. You in looking town. By the time you sick, you run into JFK. By the time you reach your JFK, you finish dying. You in looking town. By the time you're ready, got to go all the way to Redemption Hospital. By the time you pop a Douala, you finish too. So looking towns, you get some kind of place there. They call it primary health care, where they will get all the small clinic. Government must provide medication. That government responsibility, my people. Then government too supposed to get all the small private clinic money so they can refuse you. So Mr. Cummings said we'll do anything. The only time you go to JFK, that means it's serious. The only time you go to Phoebe Hospital, that means it's serious. So we need to invest into health. But the last one I like, Mr. Cummings said, whether you from ANC, you from UP, you from ALP, you from any kind of P, even if you're in no party, it is your right to work in Liberia. Nobody can stop you. Mr. Cummings said, I'm not running for president for CPP. He said, I'm not running for president for the global people or for the people in Maryland. I'm running for president of Liberia. Whether you Muslim, you Christian, you can't go to church, but once you are Liberian, it is your right. And I can tell you, Mr. Cummings promised, he said, I promise you, whether you're a seditious, you're working as a civil servant, I'm not here to can remove you. You must just perform. Mr. Cummings said, my first 100 days, I ain't here 100 days from anybody. Mr. Cummings said, my 100 days, let me break it down for you. He said, we'll go to work on time. He said, right after 1 minute after 12 o'clock, I will sign an executive order for youth initiative for the young people. He said, I will sign an executive order, or $20 million will be disbursed for loan to business people. So try and register your business now. He said, Mr. President, we are promised to give the business people money. We'll talk about business, but the small business. We're not talking about these people. We're not talking about people that get big business, the small business. The people that get a small shop. He said, we'll give them loan. We got $20 million that we'll put aside. He said, my first 100 days, he said, we will clean the city. We will look for the money. We'll find the money. I'm not worried. We'll find the money sitting there. He said, and to be frank, the legislators, that are 30,000 now they're getting every year, we will stop it. Because you know why? The executive is powerful. Don't let nobody fool you. The executive, that president, they can write the budget. When they write the budget, they take it to the house. The house look at it, they pass it. If they won't pass it, they put small things inside for the set, then they take the brand envelope. My Liberian people, we're looking for a manager. Mr. Cummings have been saying it here over and over. They get something called the 5 watts. Mr. Cummings got 5 planes. Five planes that can move Liberia to the next level. Mr. Cummings told his cities, ANC people, he said you can be in America. I know you can't come to America to Liberia to work for $5,000. So you can't take that job, because if you come into America to work for $5,000 in Liberia, that means you won't steal. So my people, Mr. Cummings not looking for salary. Mr. Cummings isn't looking for financial benefit. He said, my salary, I will give it to Anti-Corruption Commission. I will give it to school. He said, I don't know the salary. He said, but I don't need it. God bless me. Liberians, since 2016 to now, you don't see Mr. Cummings working in Liberia. People working for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings' driver, his cook, his security, they're all making money. Mr. Cummings built a house, he living all the way upstairs, and he renting a house. Mr. Cummings got other properties in Liberia, but he not showing off, he not bragging. Mr. Cummings gave BWI generator. He can't talk about it. Mr. Cummings, the first Liberian man that ever paid WIAC fee that you see President Weah, is a fact. Go to WISE, go to the office and ask. Mr. Cummings, the first Liberian who paid WIAC fee before 2017, George, we are start talking about it. Go to the University of Liberia. Mr. Cummings contributed $2 million Liberian dollars to the scholarship fund. Did President Weah ever did it? No. Every day we say President Weah gave money. It was way 1988 when President Doe was president. You go to the Nima, you go to Nima County today. The Nima Community College, the engineering department was built by Mr. Cummings. He can't talk about it. So whether we vote for him or not, Mr. Cummings will still be a philanthropist. Mr. Cummings got the biggest foundation in Liberia. Everybody who work with that foundation on salary. Nobody there working free. Mr. Cummings went to the UMU, the master program is named after Mr. Cummings. University of Liberia, the computer lab today, the place they get all the computer. That Mr. Cummings there. That Mr. Cummings the one that put it there. My Liberian people, we want for people to be lying to us. Oh, y'all want for Mr. Cummings to be done. Y'all know what I did? I get a man money yesterday. Okay, I get a man money. Mr. Cummings said, listen, I don't pray to be president of Liberia. I only pray to God for wisdom. Mr. Cummings is a God-fearing man. Mr. Cummings fast the ended up pressing. When we say we want God-fearing leader, we're not talking about pastors. We're talking about somebody who's scared of God. Because if you're afraid of God, you're a lawful human being. If you're afraid of God, if you believe in God, you will be afraid to punish your own people. God bless Mr. Cummings. And in fact, this is the first time I see a first lady. The wife of Mr. Cummings is all over the country. She's going all over the country. And guess what? Sis Teresa, her passion, that education and health. Look, we need a better education in our country. We need to educate. Please, Liberian, let us stop singing. You came my man, you came my pa, I will vote for you. You know book, I will vote for you. Now today we hear people say, you seko, you in a wheelchair, we will vote for you. Let me be honest with you. President Weah, a terrible leader. They cannot show you what they have done. It's just like you go into school. They say you take 12 subjects for you to pass the school year. You pass 3. Then you say they will promote you. Promote you where? What they will promote you for? You want to pass 3. Okay, President, we are saying you face the road, no problem. What about one man and part and they can't find job? President, we have promised 2 million jobs. They get 0. President, we have promised coastal highway. We ain't get nothing. All the roads you see that they people had the money there already. They dig hole and cover hole. They been eating all the money. They're using our money again to campaign. So they got the money. They got everything with them. So my Liberian people, you are the silent voters. We depending on you. The young children, the future of Liberia in your hands. You want jobs. You need to go to school. Our man Joa, man Teresa, man Seba, please let us not vote because we're from the county. Don't vote for somebody because you love them. Don't for me. And I love Mr. Cummings. I admire Mr. Cummings, but I don't love Mr. Cummings. That is why I can't curse myself. I can't tell the people say I am a proud Salaman Swan. No. When you start cursing yourself, the man who you supporting, the man will not respect you. Why would you want to curse yourself to say I supported the point? I supported Mr. Cummings. I admire Mr. Cummings. I don't love Mr. Cummings because tomorrow if Mr. Cummings don't do the right thing, I will criticize Mr. Cummings. If Mr. Cummings don't call my name after the election, I will not get vexed because myself put myself inside because I love Liberia. I don't know about you. And that's why I'm voting. And I will vote CPP. I will vote all the CPP candidates. Look in your communities. Look in District 4 liability. Y'all say Mr. Cummings didn't get crowd. Nobody know Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings appeared in that place yesterday. It brought me all the way. In fact, when I saw the crowd, I thought I was George Weah. Because I seen crowd George Weah to get 2017. But let me tell you something. The Jehovah's Witness working. Some people say not working. Don't worry. But Liberian people, you selling, you listening to me, you hustling. We spend 80% of our time to hustle just to eat. Our children are going to school. Today, look in the street. You see 9-year-old children selling water. Don't you think Liberia can give free education? When the president read it, he said, I get free education. There is no free education in Liberia. Free tuition is not free education. When the president read it, he said, oh, we get digital registration at LU. That's why I should vote for you for. Show us the work. We got more people out of job than ever. President We don't care. They enjoy him. Right now, they're fighting with themselves because they got enough money to run campaign. Enough. The other people will stay struggling. We stay struggling. One thing I will comment, I will tell you the truth. Now, all the parties get security. So, Liberians, please let us be careful. Don't go to area where you're not supposed to. Stick in your group until when they go there, you can go there. Don't be a hero for any candidate. And also, look at the polls. Please vote right. You can vote with X, you can vote with your fingerprint, or you can vote with a check mark. Do not mark another person's face and say, oh, I don't like Mr. Cummings. Then you scratch your eyeball. Then you vote for Mr. Weir. They will not check it. Make sure you put X in the middle, or you put a check mark, or you use your fingerprint and put it right in that box. And don't forget, number 4 is Mr. Cummings. You will see this handsome guy. You will see the beautiful woman. I'm not saying other people ugly, but when you check 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, you will see it and you can make sure you vote. We must win this election. We must fix Liberian people. We saw everything. We cried for 6 years. Oh, President, we are this. Now it come to us now for us to remove it. We cry, no job, no nothing. Every day, oh, why Mr. Cummings can't bring job to Liberia? Mr. Cummings don't need to run. Let me ask you something. Mr. Taylor brought job to Liberia? No. Madam Selif opened business in Liberia before we made her president? No. Mr. Weir created job in Liberia before we made him president? No. He only played football. Then we say, oh, President Weir went in refugee camp. Now, okay, let's agree President Weir went in refugee camp. Why he can't go in refugee camp now to go talk to our brothers and sisters? Mr. Weir go to President Weir go to Ghana all the time. When was the last time President Weir went in a refugee camp now to talk to our brothers and sisters to say, you come home, government will give you a job? I challenge anybody from the CDC. Show me a picture of President Weir when he was a celebrity playing football. Enter the camp to speak to Liberia in Nigeria, in Africa also. I'm not talking about Liberia going big here. Because if you show me any picture, I would not vote. I would not come on radio. I will never be on social media. I challenge you, and I say challenge you. If anybody from the CDC that are closer to George Weir, or even President Weir, show me one picture where you are standing in a camp to talk to Liberians and say, my people, there are better days ahead. Or show me a picture where you see President Weir coming to Liberia to divide rights to our people when he was celebrity. Show me a photo. Because that time when President Weir traveled, he used to travel with people. The police would come and take a picture. President Weir never did nothing for us. By you coming to be UNICEF representative, let me tell you again, you're not the first man that came to Liberia. That one black man they called Lawrence Fishbone. They took that job from him because he was an American. When George Weir became world best, and they brought him in because we had a celebrity too to come and disarm. I agree. I accepted it. But let us stop telling us that, oh, President Weir, the one that carry us. And when the war was on, President Weir bring food for you. President Weir never gave you water to drink. President Weir never went in a camp to help you. And 2, Dana Mr. Cummings or somebody else carried us in the camp. That Charles Taylor took us to the camp. That George Bush carried us in the camp. So let us stop accusing people. Mr. Cummings got his own relatives that he took out of Liberia. My own people took me out of Liberia. I was on board challenge. I went to Ghana. I came back. I suffered. I ate cocodolo. I ate brown beans. I ate everything in Liberia. So let us stop blaming. Oh, what you were? President Weir, God bless him. He went to Africa. He went to Europe. He played football. From there, he came home. God bless Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings went abroad. He went to school. He worked. He came back home. Then you're getting verse again. What are you getting verse for? So when your child leave from Liberia now and go steady, when the child come out, you call the child stranger. Mr. Cummings, tell you, born and raised in Liberia. He know what it means to sleep on the floor. The man used to eat late the same way. His papa used to flog him. His mom used to whip him. The man hustle, he went back, he went to Liberia, he worked. Not because he quiet, but we're looking for a leader. We're looking for a leader. This man, for you to solve a problem, if you anything you want fixed, you should know how to fix it before you fix it. When you want to change your car brakes, you should have idea how to change the brake. You can't just start loosening the tire and say, I can't even change the brake. My people, we're not looking for political leader anymore. We tried the military. Doe came to power. We tried the rebel. Chancellor came to power. We tried a regular half rebel. Ellen Johnson came to power. We tried a football player. He came to power. This is the time we need to try a manager. We ain't got nothing to lose. We voted for change. We must continue the change. Change hard, my people. We got the past, we got the present, we got the future. 2017, we rejected UP. We said no, we done with UP. Mr. Bwaka refused to run on Ellen Johnson a platform. He refused to tell us what UP did right and wrong. This man refused to. Up to present, Mr. Bwaka can't tell us what he would do. Mr. Bwaka can't take responsibility. Mr. Bwaka stay accusing Ellen Johnson. Mr. We are accused Ellen Johnson. Oh, Mr. Madam Johnson, the president ain't leave nothing there. Then when you listen to Mr. Bwaka say, Mr. We are less stealing. Mr. We are not doing nothing, so you get all power. My Liberian people, we ain't get two parties in Liberia. We tried UP already. We tried them for 12 years. We know the record. We tried George Weah. Y'all need to look, Mr. Cummings, Tiawan Gonglo, Beslo, y'all need to look at all the new people too. These people get good ideas. They tell you what they will do. Mr. Bwaka was on True FM. They asked Mr. Bwaka, they said, Mr. Bwaka, what is your first 100 days? Mr. Bwaka said, I in alliance with the people, so I got to wait for my own partner then to talk. They asked Mr. Bwaka, they say, why Mr. Bwaka won't run for president? Mr. Bwaka said, what you say? He said, why you won't run for president? He said, oh, you know, when I was coming up, in fact, Liberia is 196 years old. That's what Mr. Bwaka told us. Mr. Bwaka can't tell us why he won't run for president. My Liberian people, let's be honest here. It is a fair game. Running for public office is not a private job. When you're running for public office, I can even talk about your wife. I can talk about your children. I won't know if you're in a good health. I won't know if you're good, because running for public office ain't got nothing to do with your education. Nowhere in the Constitution says that you should get BSc, or you should get masters, or you should get PhD, or you should be out of high school. Nowhere in our Constitution. Nothing there. If they were applying for a job, Mr. Cummings will get a job because Mr. Cummings qualified. Mr. Cummings got a lot of record. He worked. He know how to make business money. He know how to turn things around. That is what he do. And that's what we're looking for in Liberia. We're looking for a manager, my people. We want job. Mr. Cummings said we'll invest in the private sector. Some of you know what they call private sector. Private sector, the people get business. Anywhere in the world, my people, the government can employ you. Government can employ small people. The people who work in the private sector make more money than the people who work with government. Mr. Cummings said we give loan. You go to the bank today. You go ask for $5. They will give you $3. The other $2 they take it from you. But you don't want to pay the $5. The country, the corruption is the order of the day. Some people think that corruption is just something good. Some people say, oh, we will minimize corruption. No, we will stop it. We will stop it. Our government officials, look at them. You know plenty of them. They're stealing the taxpayer money. Some of them are millionaires today. They didn't get one business, but a millionaire. How can Edwin not be a millionaire when he never owned a business? But today he's a millionaire. Eugene Nangbe, a millionaire. He don't even own a business. Nathaniel Mage, a millionaire. He don't even own a business or company, nothing. 5 years ago, the man became a millionaire in 48 months. President, we are playing football today. He a triple millionaire now. President Weah, let me, and I will ask maybe a question. When President Weah was playing football, he built only 2 houses in Liberia, my Liberian people. He built one on 9th Street. He built one in Rehab. He was senator. The one on 9th Street, nobody was living there. He never painted it. President Weah, president, he built houses all over. President Weah built more houses in Liberia now than President Todman in 27 years. President Weah got more property in Liberia than all the former president combined. Y'all do know that? Y'all look at rehab. Y'all look at all the little small land in my President Weah now. So y'all tell us now. You can tell me, say, President, nobody could touch President Weah. So you can't tell me, say, President Weah was keeping his money until he be president. No. We saw President Weah house. There were days where there were no lights. The Jamaican resort, it was nothing. All the time President Weah was senator, the Jamaican resort. But when he became president, they paved the road. When you go to Jamaican resort today, you see all the big houses there. So let me be honest here. Why Liberian? Why President Weah is not Liberia? Liberia is not President Weah. President Weah is supposed to serve the people. President Weah took the cars that the government of Liberia approved a budget to buy a car for the counties. He put on the car donated by Mr. Weah. Then I have own money. President Weah said that's the way I gave him back to the people. He took the invisible park. He said I have own money. Then I have own money. How many children will go to that invisible park? I can't feed my son and my daughter. I live in Looking Town. Then you think I will bring them all the way in town to come go to invisible park? You think I will carry them to the park? My Liberian people, please, we beg you. We can change it. You might not let the world laugh at us. We struggle. We cry. This is the time. And you see they coming to you in the night. They're knocking your door. Vote for us. When was the last time President Weah went to you? When was the last time? Sit down and think. Since the election. When the election was over, it took President Weah 3 years, 4 months to go on county tour. It took Mr. Bwaka 3 years, 2 months to speak. In Nukutan, when the last time Mr. Bwaka went there to you to say you thank you? When the last time you saw Mr. Bwaka? In District 14 today that he went to the other day, when the last time you saw Mr. Bwaka? When was the last time you saw Mr. Bwaka in Todi? When the last time Mr. Bwaka went to the southeast to go see the people? Oh, my people, you let's stop it. This is not about I love you, and they will not put food on your table. You will be the same one crying tomorrow. And then they'll say the strong will survive. They say when water dry, fish eat fish. The big fish they can survive, the small fish can go. If we vote wrong, you will suffer, I will suffer, everybody going to suffer. We cannot re-elect President Weah. We can't bring UP back to power. So to stop all these things, the best person to face Mr. Weah is Mr. Cummings. Trust me. The best person to face Mr. Bwaka is Mr. Cummings. It's possible that this election can end up between CPP and UP. And let me be honest with you, there are 3 candidates in the race here. It's no disrespect to the other candidates. I respect them, but they came late. They see what you're saying, Mr. Cummings came late, and they want to turn to. They can't late. This thing here is between 3 candidates. It's possible that the election can end up between CDC and UP. It's possible it can end up between UP and CPP, or CPP and UP. But I am fighting. That is why it's a fair game to tell you to compare notes. Mr. Cummings said infrastructure. Mr. Bwaka did not talk about infrastructure. My first time to hear Mr. Bwaka talking about light, it was in District 14 just recently. Because Mr. Bwaka listened to Mr. Cummings now, they're stealing all our letting, but it's a good thing. We need light. But Mr. Cummings, when you get a platform, Mr. Bwaka don't have light in his platform. Mr. Bwaka own arrest, agriculture, road, education, sanitation, and tourism. You see, Mr. Bwaka don't have health. Mr. Bwaka just added education. He didn't tell us how he will create job. But Mr. Cummings said for us to create job, we should get electricity, drinking water, and internet. Mr. Cummings said we should pay minimum and living wage. Mr. Bwaka didn't talk about it. Mr. Cummings said we should get a primary health care. We should make sure we invest into health. Mr. Bwaka didn't say nothing. Mr. Cummings said agriculture. That means, in fact, he talked about tourism. Which type of tourism? Ecotourism. Ecotourism. Mr. Cummings talked about it. Mr. Bwaka didn't say nothing. Mr. Weah didn't say nothing. So it's a fair game to compare. Okay, now, Mr. Bwaka served before. Mr. Weah serving right now. Mr. Cummings never served in government, which is true. But look at Mr. Cummings' record. Mr. Cummings, good manager. Between Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Cummings is a better manager than Mr. Bwaka. He has proven in the CPP. Mr. Cummings did good in the CPP. Mr. Cummings won seats in the CPP. Mr. Cummings put the CPP together. But when Mr. Bwaka took over the CPP broke down. You want to rescue, but you can't rescue CPP. When Mr. Bwaka took over as chairman of CPP, that's when the CPP went down to the drain. That is when Mr. Bwaka ran away because they don't able competition. You see that? So Mr. Mo Ali said, if we cannot compete in the CPP, how can we compete nationally? You ran away from the CPP. Today, thank God the CPP stays standing. We still got Liberty Party in the CPP. Yombly and other people, they're not part of Liberty Party. They say they took some of their people there, no problem. But it's CPP, it's Liberty Party and ANC. So Mr. Bwaka failed to manage CPP. Mr. Cummings did excellent. That is why Mr. Ure said, we praise Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings was the man, and every Liberian know that Mr. Cummings is the most powerful politician right now in Liberia. You don't accept it. You don't want to accept it, but my UP brothers, let me tell you, when Mr. Cummings win the election, part of his speech will tell the UP people that you are a winner. CDC, you are a winner. Every Liberians are winners. Every political parties are winners. Mr. Cummings will not tell you, say, oh, now I'm president. No, because Mr. Cummings is running for president of Liberia. President, not for one county. No, 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 no. That's why Mr. Cummings go Maryland, Sano, Grand Crew, Nima County. He going all over. So what are you, Gio, you Mano, you Peleo? Mr. Cummings is the best man for this job. When you ask UP, they say Mr. Cummings the best man. But let he just wait for the papi. When they ask edition, Mr. Cummings the best man. But let he just give Mr. Weir up to 2029, then we'll vote for him. Everybody say Mr. Cummings are the best man, but he should wait. If it is not now, that when? My Liberian people. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a good leader? You're looking for somebody who will create job? You're looking for somebody with international experience that can bring people to a Liberia that the people you're looking for? Then why you say, hey man, I just love the mail. I see President Weir when you eat a frappy and dry red, I'm happy. So let me slow down. Let me bring Mayborn in because I love to hear Mayborn talking sometimes. Mayborn, what's up, my brother? You been monitoring the campaign. You've been watching, and you see you journalists when you're walking around, you pretend as if you don't see. Because by right, you're supposed to be neutral. But when people listen to you, they think that, oh, we're supporting the person. When a journalist try to be neutral, they will attach you to a political party. Let me be honest with you. Because if you look at the truth and try to speak the truth, they say, oh, I beg you, they men are CDC men, or they men are ANC men. You walking around, you get in the taxi. I know someday you take care, someday you stay on the side. And all the journalists I know, when they're outside, they don't talk. They can just fold their hand and be watching. How is this whole election process? What you see, your own observation, how things are going. Let me hear from you, Mabel.
Thank you, General. In fact, let me say thank you so much for also giving me this opportunity every time on your show. That's so wonderful. In fact, you're correct. After I just like the way today you are moving with your campaign message and everything. That's the best way to go because after all, Liberia is all we have. Yes, indeed, you said it. We sometimes go among our people. Sometimes we go to the child center quietly and they don't even know they hear the voices, but they don't. Some of them don't even know us. They haven't seen us. So sometimes we sit in a mix while they are arguing, and so for some of them even want to fight. In fact, we don't come and say, no, that's not the best thing to do. Don't fight your brother or your sister because of politicians. So indeed, 36 days to go, as you can see beneath my name, you will see that 36 days to go. So Liberians are really, really campaigning, especially those politicians, those who are vying for some of the positions, some of them who want to be president. As you already said, we are roughly about 20 presidential candidates, and we are only hearing the best three. The best three are the one that mostly talk about the CPP, the Unity Party, and that of the CDC are the one now that people are really hearing about in Liberia. Every look corner, every place you go, you hear about the CDC, you hear about Unity Party, and you hear about the CPP. Yeah, so the political activities is really ongoing. Apart from some of these things are happening on the social media about some of them that are insulting or maybe that are going personal with one another. I think Liberians are gradually gearing up for the October 10 elections, and they are sharpening all their uh, gadgets, putting all their ID cards or their voting card together. One of the presidents so far, or the CDC so far, that made about 4 counties tour. Let me frank, one of the cities that I'm seeing, the president was in Bombay County, in Grand Mount, and my Gibby, and I think currently is in Grand Bassa County. But so far, apart from the president, the other political leaders stay, most of them stay in Mosrado. It's probably the top two also, and next to the CDC, or which of course is the CPP, and that of the United Party. They are still in Mosrado. They are still campaigning. Yesterday, the political leader of the CPP was also seen in district number 4, where I reside. Yesterday in district number 4, with that kind of a huge crowd also from the candidate of district number 4 on the CPP, TK Honorable Laike Beneti, also who welcomed him also in the district. And yesterday was not very easy. The turnout was so magnificent. The people turned out on yesterday. Yeah, so indeed, general, the only thing now is that National Election Commission also, in fact, predicting a high invalid votes. And I just listened to you consulting our people, telling them as to how to vote, how to mark, because that's one of the major things. It's not just about following, supporting, but to vote rightly. That is, your vote shouldn't be invalid vote, because if you make all the noise, all the talking, everything, convincing people here and there, then you when you hear about the invalid vote, then you feel discouraged. So whenever we are behind these microphones or sitting in studio, we always concentrating our people on how to vote, how to mark, because there are 3 ways, like you said already. We have the finger thumb. The finger thumb, please. If you are marking, you got to be careful. Don't allow the ink to be too much on your finger thumb, or else you're going to mess the entire ballot paper up. So please, and you'll be given 3 ballot papers. For those of you out there, maybe you don't know, you'll be given 3 ballot paper: 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 green. President, representative, and that of the senator or the Senate ballot paper. So when they give it to you, if you're not able to use the actual ink, because mind you, General, that ink, if you already voted with that finger thumb, and if you're not careful, even in folding it, like maybe you want to fold it away, maybe like this, if you're not careful, it may likely wrong both sides,
Yeah,
and that will be invalid vote.
yeah, yeah.
So we have to concentrate our people, educate them on how to vote. So in the elections, campaign activities is still ongoing. People are campaigning, like I said already. So far, only the CDC or president we are who are so far visited almost 4 counties, but the rest of the other political leaders, including the CPP political leader, is still here in Monserrato, heavily campaigning, walking from district to district, from community to community, and also the Unity Party political leader, Honorable Joseph Yeman Bwaka, also doing the same thing. So yes, our people are all gearing up. Some of them are doing their own Jehovah Witness campaigns. Some are talking about peace, because in all, peace is all we can keep. Because without peace, nothing will not happen. You and I will not be sitting here and be talking. So we got to disagree to agree, generally, he said. So in all, Liberia is all we have. And he said something pertaining to the late senator from my from Bapolu County. Bapolu County Senator Nathan Barrow. In fact, I think that kind of scenario, or the kind of thing that watch they considered it was not really good. Let me just come in a little bit, very coming with that. It was not good coming from our leaders. Our leaders have to exercise, like you said, we the journalists, and let me tell you, the general, we go through a lot. People accuse us. If you talk so, they say you on the side. If you can't on the side, they say you follow another group of people. So we are just, we are just confused. But how be it, because of Mama Liberia, the job we choose to do. So we are not deterred, we are not mad by their comments, by the way they talk. So to see our leaders going that far of they respecting each other, I think it's not right. I think the party had to come out to I call it apologize for that. I think that's the best because if you start calling us speech, if you start behaving like this now, then what kind of example are you showing to your followers? I mean, there'll be no good example because I mean, yeah, this is why we see CDC and other United Party or partisan are going head to head, clashing, because if the leaders are behaving the way they are behaving, then what's going to happen is that the follower will just lose control and just do things that they want to do at any time. So we are appealing to all of you, please make sure that you exercise restraint because Liberia is all we have. Thank you.
Yeah, Mabel, you said it all, and good that we talk about the voting thing. Our Liberian people is a simple thing. They make the election hard. Other countries they will get one ballot paper and then they will put everything on it. Then you vote. But now they give you three: one for the president, one for the senator, one for the representative. If you choose to use your fingerprint, that means you take your right hand, your big thumb, and put it there. There, put a little bit of ink, please.
Mhm.
Because Mabel said something, Jenna, when you fold the paper, by the time you fold that paper, when the ink touch the other side, that invalid vote. Let's see. So it leave with me. I will vote with X or I will vote with check mark. That's the two best one. But I say you can't vote with your print now. But when you do your fingerprint, make sure it dry before you close it. Nobody gonna run you from the polling from the booths. And you look at all the candidates and know the picture. I know some people they know the people, they know the names, or they not yet the name, but they know the picture. So if you're using your fingerprint, take your fingerprint, put it in the ink, don't press it down. Just put small ink and you touch in the box, inside the box for your fingerprint, and that's it. And then you wait before you close it. But when you put too much ink, by the time you close it and you squeeze it together, because you're the balance on that 4 or 5 times, you put it in the box. When they open it, are invalid vote because the ink go on the other side. Don't look at the other candidate and say, I don't like Mr. Weir. Then you scratch Mr. Weir's face. Then you check Mr. Cummings. That invalid vote. That invalid vote. Even our educated people, they can do invalid vote on Facebook. We ask simple question. Yes or no. Who will you vote for? Just say yes. Yes for or one for Mr. Cummings, two for Mr. Weir. You will see people making comment. I will vote for this that invalid vote. Oh, 100% JMB that invalid vote. We want to say yes or no. So the invalid vote, then I want to put no bogo. Our own people who go to school, they can do invalid vote. So
Indeed.
Liberian people. Another thing, don't be hero for no politician. I noticed that going to around ERWA, what the place is, I think which of the junction, Mr. Cummings had a big billboard. They put the billboard out, somebody not take it down. Somebody go there and tear it. They say, oh, that's sedition. Me, I'm not accusing sedition. Suppose say, oh, that UP, I'm not accusing nobody. But you that doing it, why you should waste your time to go take somebody picture down because you love George Weir or because you love Mr. Cummings, so you took up Mr. Baka picture down, or because you love Mr. Baka, you take Mr. Cummings picture down. What will do for you? They will not put food on your table. When the other people see you, then they will get vexed. They will start fighting. But Liberian people, listen to it. There's no permanent enemies in politics. I can talk to Darius Dillon. He myself we spoke 4 days ago, and we express ourselves with each other, and we go. Because tomorrow, when the election finish, we got to go back and we got to still say hello, hello. But in Labra, our leaders, our people can listen to the leader. We listen to our pastors and we listen to our leader. So I agree what the UP did in the church, that was the wrong thing. Mr. Cummings went to court. Mr. Bwaka walked in the courthouse. He never spoke to Mr. Cummings. Facts. Mr. Bwaka never called Mr. Cummings and said, oh, my man, you do that politics and this and that. Fact. Mr. Bwaka walked in the church. He never told Mr. Cummings, have my sympathy. Facts. They never called ANC to say, let's go sign the book of condolence. That death, my people, it can happen anywhere. CDC went there. Just imagine the people that we won't remove. They send the Secretary General to go sign the book of condolence. All the senators spoke. The president pro tem spoke. Mr. Bwaka stood up and spoke. He never mentioned ANC. He never mentioned UP. He never said, "Oh, Mr. Cummings, have my sympathy because they made you that your friend, that was your chairman." By the time Mr. Cummings get up to speak, they got up and they walk out. That's a disrespect. When we the common people see these things, what you expect? Tomorrow, Mr. Bwaka going against Mr. Weir. How can Mr. Bwaka come to Mr. Cummings now and say, "My man, I need your support"? Even if Mr. Cummings tell me, say, vote for Mr. Bwaka, I will tell Mr. Cummings no. Because I must say I will take a different way too. I say, I let the way they treat you. And Mr. Bwaka, I bet you, let somebody play the tape for me. Mr. Bwaka never told the Liberian people that if Mr. Cummings go against Mr. Weir, he will support Mr. Cummings. He never said it. But Mr. Cummings on record saying that if Joe goes against Mr. Bwaka, I will support Joseph Bwaka. He said anybody against Mr. Weir are better people. But when they asked Mr. Bwaka, he said, "I'm me the best person." Mr. Bwaka, take yourself from there on 50-50. They said, "Who you think? I want you to subtract yourself. Is there anybody can beat me?" He said, "No, when I look at people, Mr. Weir." They asked Mr. Cummings the same question. They said, "Mr. Cummings, who you think can defeat Mr. Weir?" Mr. Cummings said, "Anybody from the other side can defeat Mr. Weir." You see, my Liberian people, if Mr. Cummings was a bad man, he was going to sue Bernard Ure. Because Mr. Cummings won the case. Once you win a case and you sue me and I win that case, I can sue you too. If Mr. Cummings was a bad man, for the thing they did to Mr. Cummings, dragging him in the court, booing him, calling him criminal, Mr. Cummings was going to take Mr. Ure to court. But Mr. Cummings said, "Ain't warfare." He said, "I don't waste my time on these things, that politics." Mr. Cummings invest. Mr. Cummings spoke with Mr. Bwaka the other day when he was not feeling well. My Liberian people, we're running for office. We must set the example. We are only opponents. We're not enemies. We are opponents. It's just like on the football field. It is your right to support Mr. Bwaka. I will not take it from you. It is your right to support Mr. Weir. Also, it is my right to support Mr. Cummings. When I don't support you, I support Mr. Cummings, you first. And now a patron. Hey, man, my people, man. I don't want to decide to support Mr. Cummings. You decide to support Mr. Weir. The only thing will make it a case. You won't go on top of the house. You say you will use the ladder. I said, no, I will use rope. You say, oh, no, I will climb on a tree and jump on top of the house. But all at the end of the day, we won't go on top of the house. We're looking for a good leader. It's just like you in a football game. They say World Cup coming on. Because Brazil in the game, now so Libra will not play. They say Libra qualified to go to the World Cup. We say, Brazil, my man, I just gave up. Yeah. No, you can't give up. You cannot play Brazil. We got UP in the race. We got ANC, CPP in the race. We got CDC in the race. Then you say, we shouldn't talk about CDC. We shouldn't talk about UP. All I'm supposed to do, I'm going to just be talking. Suppose a man outside there ask me, say, my brother, what you think Mr. Cummings will do better than Mr. Bwaka? Ain't that the same thing? What you think Bwaka will do better than Mr. Cummings? You got to ask that question. That means we comparing notes. I say, oh, Mr. Cummings got this nice platform, infrastructure, job creation, agriculture, education, health, government inclusion. So show me what you got. I say, you don't get it. In the argument right there, this election, it is possible that it can end up between two opposition. We'll say campaign against each other. They say, oh, when you're talking about Mr. Bwaka, that means you're promoting Bwaka. So when CDC talking about Mr. Bwaka, they're promoting Bwaka too. When Bwaka talking about CDC, that means they're promoting CDC. Then you're talking about numbers. If you're continue to talk about that number, that means Joe will win again. Because Joe he the one had the highest number in the last election. So even if you go 1-on-1, he will still win you. So nobody in Libra get numbers, my people. The numbers come on every election day. So we know the numbers. We know exactly what the people are looking for. And let me tell you something. You now want to listen to it. There was a poll that went through Liberia. You don't even know. It was not done by Spoon. It was not done by True FM. These people went through 20,000 Liberians. Whether you want to accept it or not, that's your business. The people went through, in fact, Mark Jabate saw them. They even asked him, Mark Jabate said, they said, oh, they get some people here asking questions. When they went through the 15 counties and 20,000 Liberians, the first question they asked, who you will vote for? 22% of the 20,000 say they will vote for President Weah. 20% of the 20,000 said they will vote for Mr. Bwaka. 18% said they will vote for Mr. Cummings. And that's true. Every time we do the poll, and they say Mr. Cummings can't tell. But guess what's surprising everybody? 40% say, I don't know. That means they ain't hear nothing. That means they won't vote based on the issue. Then they say, who's the most popular man in Liberia? 40% say, Mr. We are popular. That's true, Mr. We are popular. But guess what? Not 50%. Then they say, who the second? That Mr. Bwaka, he been vice president for 12 years. He popular. Who the third? Mr. Cummings got 10%. Mr. Cummings, that's true. Everybody said they know Mr. Cummings. We agree. They say, who with the governmental experience? Mr. Bwaka got 50%. Mr. Weah got 30%. Mr. Cummings got 10%. Mr. Cummings don't work in government. Mr. Bwaka working in government for 42 years. But you see, there's not the governmental experience. Yes, it's how long you work in the government. It's how well you serve. That two different things. So all the thing, but still, the undecided voters were high. Then they came to the real issue. They say, among the three people here, who you think can do a better job? Mr. Cummings got 52%. The undecided voters went down to 10%. Mr. Weah got 15%. Mr. Bwaka got 28%. Then they say, who you think can create job opportunity and create job for our people? Mr. Cummings got 60%. Mr. Bwaka got 25%. Mr. Weah got 5%. The undecided voters, it dropped all the way down to 3%. You see how the undecided voter been changing? Then they ask again, they say, who got the international experience? Who you think with the best experience that can bring investor in the country, that can make sure that we get job? Mr. Cummings got 70%. Mr. Bwaka got 20%. You see 20% I voted for him. Mr. Weah got 5%. Allah, Mr. Weah never bring no business in the country. They're not allowed because they put no in record already. Then they say, who can you trust? The same people who voted for the people on the 20,000 say, who do you trust with your country money, resources? That means corruption free. My Liberian people, Mr. Cummings got 75%. 75%. Mr. Joe Bwaka got 15%. Mr. Weah got 5%. The undecided voters went to 3%. You see why the undecided voters important? You see how they're working? They will vote based on the issue. So all that crowd you see over there, you can bring 10,000 people together. Monserrato got almost 8 million people in Monserrato. So bringing 10,000 people together, you're nothing. You can bring 15,000 people, you put them in one place, they play back. You think I'll be afraid because you bring 10,000 people together? Then the last three, they say Mr. Weah and Mr. Bwaka, if they go in the second round, who will win? Mr. Weah got 55%. Mr. Bwaka got 35%. The people who said they will not vote, 15%. They say they're not voting. Then they say Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings got 55%. Mr. Bwaka got 30%. About 10% said they will not vote. Then between Mr. Weah and Mr. Cummings got 57%. Mr. Weah got 35%. And about 10% said they will not vote. So you see the difference here? The undecided voters, we call them silent voters. Silent voters do not vote for present government. The silent voters looking at the past government, but they're not too sure. I'm not saying that all the silent voters are going to Mr. Cummings. No. There's some of them go different places. But we are fighting for that 40%. We are fighting hard for the 40%. Some of Liberian people, it's up to you. You can change it. Liberia can change and Liberia can be back once more. Liberia can change. The only way Liberia change, we're not just to talk it, we must do it. It's you, me, George, we have Mr. Bwaka. Everybody got one vote. One vote. Your vote is important. The only thing they put in the constitution that protects me, that can make say, yes, since you don't do the right thing, I will vote against you on election day. So, my people, let us go to the phone line. Let us give you guys the opportunity. Please, you can call and tell us who you want to vote for. Without having a dialogue, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to campaign. Don't tell me I'm wasting my time because you'll be eating your own time too. So 30 seconds, 1 minute, maybe we'll give you the time to talk. Maybe you can open the phone line. So let's talk.
Yeah, thank you. So 0778-339-682. That's the number to call. Again, 0778-339-682. Please call in and be part of the show this afternoon. And please be safe because it's all we want, or we don't want people saying anything contrary from what we are discussing, or maybe to say another thing that may not be good for us. Go ahead. So this caller, good afternoon. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. October 10, you'll be voting for George Weah. Thank you. To this caller, good afternoon. Go ahead, Emmanuel. Thank you for being part of the show. To this caller, good afternoon.
Hello, sir.
I'm okay, bro. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
I'm telling you for the Boston Highway, the Marshall Highway.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
I'm one of the silent voters. You know that is a point in this country right now. And so they're looking for a fool to vote for.
Okay, you are one of the silent voters. Thank you so much for being part of the show, for expressing that out. So to this caller, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mabel.
Yeah, Chief, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Thank you, man. I will join you this afternoon from Slope District 4.
Yeah.
They not to waste time. I'm going to, if the election was yesterday, like you say, October 10, I'll be catching my vote for Rescue 1, that is Ambassador Joseph Mwaka, and Rescue 2, Jeremiah Pampon, and as President and South President of this country.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of this caller. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Your name and from where you join us.
Yeah, Johnny King. Johnny you for the South President.
Go ahead.
I will vote for Clean Hands. You know, my brother.
Hello, you say you're voting for who?
I will be voting for Clean Hands.
For Clean Hands. Okay, yeah. All right, thank you. I thought you were saying something, but to this caller, good afternoon. I'm great, Chief. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us.
I'm calling from Shena.
Okay, what? You're going to vote for CDC. Okay, so this caller, good afternoon. I'm great, but thank God. Your name and from where you join us. Go ahead, Chief. Oh, sorry, do yeah, the man, hello. Yeah, my brother, good afternoon. Go ahead and tell us your name and from where you join us. You say your name? Okay, go ahead, Abraham. Okay. All right. They're like, I don't know, you know, we don't know what happened. Yeah, you don't say I don't know. So that's called good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Your name and from where you join us. Okay, go ahead, Chief. All right, you are one of the silent voter. And you see people coming around to convince you. Have you seen political parties, agents, or their lieutenants coming to your, maybe to your house? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. And to this caller, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, Chief. How you doing? Your name and from where you join us?
This is calling you from New Jersey. District 13, number 4, my candidate, all the way, not stopping.
Okay, your candidate number 4. So you're going all the way.
Number 4. I asked everybody, please vote for CUMMINGS.
All right.
But someone ran campaign for CDC from 2005 up to now.
All right. So that's kind of good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead, your name and for wage us.
Is my name, calling from County.
Grand Cape Mount County. Go ahead.
Yes, so what time we go to a rescue one?
Rescue 1, October 10. Okay, so to this color. Good afternoon. What's going on with the phone, man? Yeah, so keep a calls coming in, like if phone want to something. Hello, go ahead, your name and from where, Charles?
Yeah, I'm just only for district number 10 on the Oro.
District number 10 on the Oro. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I would say
George Manor, we are. All right, yeah. So this caller, we just take 1 or 2 more calls, then we'll over to General because we have roughly about. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Carlos. I'm calling on Baptist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. My point is, people love Cumming, they can't be not very honest. They have Cumming on it, but anyway, the Cumming they have the running campaign. So I want you to tell General to tell Cumming, yes, Cumming is running campaign according to the way to run the campaign. But to put it, we got something, I they call it SKP. They can say they can nothing. They have to run the campaign.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So to this caller, you'll be our last caller, or maybe we'll take 1 or 2 more. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, Morris Dolly. I voted for
ABC, October 10. By this time now, they'll go almost half of the day already. Then I think the voting is packed. So this caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I'll be voting on
George Weah, CDC. So this caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. You know the line is really jam. I'm Rennie Wahab back again for my GS0 community. Thank you guys for the show. We are following. It's educative. I want to be grateful for that. But the undecided voters have a very big point in this election that we should be very mindful of.
Indeed.
So it's on the way for me. I stand as an undecided voter right now.
All right.
Because big change in life, bro. So we have to be able to see something that we want to see. Right now, we're seeing nothing yet. So, like, bro, we have to be careful. Undecided voters, we know what we want to see.
All right, Chief.
We have to be on a different bench by now.
All right, thank you so much. So, yeah, so the general, no time. We have probably about 7 more minutes to go. Yeah, so you just listen to Liberians giving their own views on things that will be happening October 10th, and that's just so magnificent. I don't know how you feel about it.
Okay, you know, I want to say thanks to everyone who make the call, but I will stick to a particular group they call the silent voters. Let me tell you, baby, you receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 calls that came through. Out of the 16 calls, we got 4 calls that said they are silent voters, they are undecided. But this is the surprising part. You know, when it started, 3 person called, they said they will vote JMB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 said they will vote President Weah. To my surprise, last minute of time, 4 persons said they will vote ABC. 4 silent. Now, the Weah supporters, thank you very much for calling. I respect you. It is your right to support your candidate. The Bwaka supporter, it is your right. But 3 call. So if election was to held today, it will be between Mr. Cummings and Mr. Weah. Because Mr. Weah got 5 votes, Mr. Cummings just pick up the last 2 that are talking to 4. Then we still got silent voters. So the silent voters, you are the one I'm talking to. The silent voters want to see who ready to create job. The silent voters ready to see justice. The silent voter want to see a real candidate who prepare to fight corruption. So the silent voters, I'm talking to you now. I want you to open your eyes and look at all the candidates. You can ask them what you did before if they were there. If they are dead now, you can ask them, what have you done? Show me your tangibles. And then you can ask Mr. Cummings, what will you do if we elect you president? Mr. Cummings is saying that we got infrastructure, electricity, good drinking water, internet connectivity creates jobs. Mr. Cummings said we must create jobs, create the avenues for the private sectors that business people will come in the country and open jobs. So that means the government there to protect. It means like this: if I go to Liberia with $5 million to open company, the government will invest. Maybe the government can go 50-50 just to guarantee the jobs. So these are the things we're talking about. The government said, the president, we are saying, and President and Mr. Cummings said, we will stop the tailing. There will be no more tailing. What it takes for President, we have to stop tailing. And what people are dying every day. What it takes to stop corruption in Liberia. You can stop corruption, but people will stay still. But when they catch you, you go to jail. It takes nothing. They only need a strong leader. So when you look at Mr. Cummings, my silent voters, Mr. Cummings is the only candidate who retired and being in the country and going from place to place and consistent. To my brother who say he leaning to Mr. Cummings, but he don't know how the campaign works. Let me tell you something. We long been talking about Jehovah's Witness campaign. I know we used to it, but we wouldn't used to talk. We were talking and say, oh, we'll go from door to day, but we go to one rally. Everybody looking for big rally. We agree. People will complain about t-shirts. We agree. But let me ask you a question. If I gave you t-shirt, how long you will wear the t-shirt for? So my new idea now to all the politicians, next time, just fix caps or you fix button and give it to us. That will put it on my clothes. When I change, I will put it back on my clothes. Because if I give you one t-shirt, you will wear the one t-shirt for 2 months or you'll be washing it every night. Even I give you 5 t-shirts to go campaign. By the time the election finish, that t-shirt finish. So that t-shirt business, my people, you can't put food on your table. Then I thank God that plenty of people say they didn't get t-shirt, but they stay campaigning. I will be coming to Liberia to my own people. I will see I face the button. I got a button with Mr. Cummings' picture and Mr. Charlie. I get a cap. When some people see me, I will give to him. I don't get it for the whole country. But next time, to all the political parties, y'all lead a t-shirt business. T-shirt supposed to be worn at a rally. When we're meeting in group, we're having a big rally. Maybe to close a campaign, you wear t-shirt. To open a campaign, you wear t-shirt. But when you're going around to speak to the people, all you need to do is to just get that paper in your hand. Say, y'all see the face here? Y'all see Mr. Cummings? And this is the man you need to vote for. Then when I change my clothes tomorrow, I will take the button from there again and put it on my other clothes and go around. It's cheaper. It's not easy for t-shirt. I know some people say they don't vote because of t-shirt. I beg you. But the campaign is going on good. Mr. Cummings is concentrating in Montserrat County, going from door to door. Y'all saw it in Soul Clinic. Mr. Cummings right now today, he's going somewhere else. They will open rally, they will have a rally. But let's be honest here, Babon, you know, people say they don't see plenty on internet, only few people get see. Before, a lot of people used to listen to radio. But maybe let's be honest, any radio, plenty people can listen to radio too much in Liberia again because no food. That before you see the wheelbarrow ball will get a radio be playing. But this time the man hustling, he can't get no radio. You see that? So the door-to-door campaign is the best one. Knock on the president's door and say, please vote for me. Why am I vote for you? Go door-to-door is the best campaign right now in Liberia. So I know we're used to it. But I want to say thank you. I respect your cause. I respect everything. Maybe if you can allow us to play this unity speech by Mr. Cummings before you close, I will appreciate it. Let's just take a 2-minute break. So Liberian people, I want to listen to Mr. Cummings, how this man wants us to come together and unite our country.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Kipmount, the hospitable people of Bassa and Riverses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Thank you, Mabon. Have a good Monday and stay safe and be blessed, Mabon.
Hope now on Wednesday maybe we'll look at the pool washer stuff if I have
Yes,
the
we're going to have enough time.
opportunity to be with
Yeah.
you. We have to
Yeah.
look at that pool washer stuff.
Mabon, if you can get in my inbox, I want you to inbox me your number, man. So because sometimes I just want to talk and want
Okay,
to
all right, no problem.
talk.
Thank you.
But for those of you, thank you very much. God bless you all and be safe out there.
All right, so for there you have it. Thank you so much to the General. The next time here, the General show will be on Wednesday at the same time, the same station, or better stay on Friday at the same time, the same station. And the rest of you out there that also relay this broadcast. Let me say thank you all of you.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. A nice show. And I know you people listen to the callers. And I'm telling you, the silent voters in Liberia will make the difference in Liberia. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 callers. 16 calls came in today. And out of the 16 calls, 3 went for Mr. Boaka. 5 went to Mr. Weir. At the time, it was only 1 for Mr. Cummings. But as time goes by, 3 callers called in and went for Mr. Cummings. So at the end of the day, Mr. Cummings still pick up 4 calls. Mr. Boaka came with 3 calls. Mr. Weir 5. And guess what? 4 undecided. This 4 undecided can be divided between, or it can be UP can take it, or ANC can take it, or CPP can take it. Either way, we're not on air right now, so we can see what we want to say. But we must talk to these people. I know some of y'all was trying to hear something from me, like Prince Johnson and whatsoever. Let's be honest with you, it's too much distraction. We will palm UP. UP is not up for the tax. We will not stop palming UP or CDC. They are not up for the tax. If we don't argue, if we don't campaign, it will be between CDC and UP, and CDC will win at the end of the day because the good people of Liberia will not vote. Let me tell you something. You think that CDC is wicked? Yes, CDC, I can't consider them wicked. It's their style of leadership, corruption, and whatsoever. They came in by imagination. What makes you think that UP will do better when 2 of them are going at each other? UP cannot tell Mr. Cummings anything. They don't campaign against Mr. Cummings because you know what? They don't have it. CDC cannot tell Mr. Cummings anything because there is nothing to tell Mr. Cummings. What they were depending on to tell him is nothing there. So how can you go campaign against Mr. Cummings to tell him what? Oh, the man Jack Camille. Oh, that man that they said I gave. Oh, the man shot. Oh, the man, and the man too serious. Is that an issue? We won't listen to you. Who will listen to you? Citizen and see plenty. UP store before. Then UP tell the CDC say you roll. Then CDC tell around say, but hey, you say you are stealing too. But I saw all the thing. So Liberian people, we get two parties in the country. We get two parties in the country. You see? So we got to be honest. We will say the truth, but for where the trend and the road that UP is taking, they can't get my vote. They can't win this election. This election here, we will win it. And to those of you who think that we're not campaigning, this is one of the best campaign ever. You want t-shirts. Yes, they can see t-shirt. Everybody want to be identified. That only one t-shirt we can give you. We can't give you 5 t-shirts. Because if you're giving everybody a t-shirt, you're talking about printing 10 million t-shirts. What good will t-shirt do for you? You can get a cap, but this is a free advice to anybody who want to contest any kind of position next time, from senator to representative. Don't waste your time on t-shirts. Print enough button that will cost you $2 or $3. Enough. Or you print on caps and you give it. The man will wear his old clothes and put a cap on. The man will wear his old clothes and put the button on his shirt. And he will still be identified. But all of them wear it because of clothes. It will not help you. But these are some of the things we were talking before, saying it, but people overlook it. People overlook it. That is why I produce a lot of buttons. I'm taking it with me. I got flyers. I cannot go the whole country. I cannot even cross a district with the flyers. But I got a particular flyer that I will hold myself. I got sticker, bumper stickers, all these things that people need them. That is why we're calling upon you to help us to produce them. When I'm up whole night, I come up with different design, trying to find a way to make it easy. Librarians who don't read, so you don't need too much writing on the flyers. You need a big picture of Mr. Cummings and just say vote number 4. You won't put CPP there. You won't put the fixer fine. You put the October 10, 2023, vote number 4. Alexander Cummings, Charlene BRUMSKINE. I just did another one again, and I get all this, so I will get him. I said, this is the picture. This is the picture. Door to door. You knock on doors. If I say vote for Mr. Cummings, you say you don't like it, you don't want me to listen to me, I say, fine, thank you. If you're interested, you ask me to convince you, and I try to convince you. So the silent voters are many in Liberia. Y'all listen to yourself. When we start talking about silent voters, somebody came out and say, for me, I'm a silent voters. They're looking for something. They want tangible, they want jobs, they want to go to school, they want employ, they want stop corruption, they want justice. Some people want to see the justice system. Some people want to hear if you fight, if you bring a war crime court. These are some of the things. So my Liberian people, if you support Mr. Cummings, after election, there will be life. They might hate us, but we can't pay hate for hate. We cannot. Let us do what is right. We will show them love, but criticizing them is not mean that we hate them. Telling them Mr. Bwaka is not qualified for the tax right now, it means that we hate them. Asking Mr. Bwaka a question, he cannot even answer the question, it means that we hate them. Mr. Bwaka and other people refusing to debate the issues. It is not a private job. They're not entitled to it. Every librarian entitled to it. The 20 librarians that are running entitled to the presidency. But it is a right to run. Yes. It is a privilege to serve. It has your right to serve. It's a privilege. Even the devil has a follower. The devil got plenty of people behind him too. Before I talk about God. So you think Joseph Bwaka don't get people? Oh, Joseph Bwaka is popular. He been vice president for 12 years. Whether they know, they see anything, they know the name. Mr. Cummings popular, Joseph Bwaka, no. But why the people get to know Mr. Cummings now? Because of what Mr. Cummings is saying. Like what Mr. Cummings' message is resonating. Don't let nobody fool you. Mr. Cummings was in District 4 yesterday. Soul clinic. with liability. So what happened there? Oh, some point believe it. Mr. Cummings do not travel with no group again, no more. They won't believe it. The only people that will travel with Mr. Cummings now are the head of certain group of certain people. You know what I'm saying? Look at District 4 yesterday. Some of the district got 10,000 and 50,000 voters. Some of them got 60, and District 4 is the highest. Y'all do know that District 4 got more registered voters. They up to almost, I think they more than 70 or maybe 60 some thousand votes. So bringing 20,000 together on a fee is saying me that you scare me. I'm not saying that Mr. Cummings' crowd yesterday should scare the other people. No. You see how we honest and we fair to tell you the truth? We tell you what we're lacking and we're working for it. But you telling us you got okay, you free, you cool, everybody okay for you. You choose to go around with your people, it's up to you. We're not stopping you. And we choose to do the way we want to do it. So, my people, if you listen to me, I'm already gearing up. I will be in Liberia. I've gotten a threat message already from Prince Johnson. Someone called me last night to tell me. And nobody gonna do nothing to me. I'm not worried about it. The person talks said, but I'm not we'll finish talking about it and we'll continue to talk about the tip of Prince Johnson. We'll continue to tell our Liberian people that we are concerned about what's going on with PYJ saying that Mr. Bwaka is old, that he's going to come back in power. It's a signal. It's something that we got to be serious about and very careful about. And very careful if we don't want to get into any trouble. If we don't want to get into any trouble, we must be careful. We must read between the lines. Some people say they rather sleep with the devil to win. Some people say they rather dance with the devil. It's up to you. But whatever you reap, whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. You put pepper, see that pepper will come out. You vote wrong, you will feel the hardship. Survivor of the fittest after this election, if you vote wrong. Survivor of the fittest, if you vote wrong. But we believe, and we believe in the people. The numbers don't lie. The silent voters will make the difference in Liberia. The silent voters. So don't give up. You in America, you got people in Liberia you supporting, going around. If there's no t-shirt, talk to them. Don't look for t-shirt and send it. I know it's expensive. To print 100 t-shirts. 100 t-shirts. If you print, unless you're self-printing it, but when you print, if you ask somebody to print you a 100 t-shirt right now, do you know how much it costs? Hmm? Even the person says, okay, I will give you the cheapest t-shirt for $5. Nobody print t-shirt for $5 now. To buy the t-shirt and print the t-shirt. You understand? If the man want to help you right now, it will cost you $9, $8, or $10, depends how many you want. And you'll be spending almost $1,000 on a t-shirt to send to Liberia. I agree they want t-shirt, but there's so many ways. In America, they do not give you t-shirt. You buy a t-shirt. So what we can carry is what we can carry. And I want to say thanks to those of you who have been contributing to the show. And we know it's not easy. Everything is set up. And uh, I got to put one suitcase with my equipment and another suitcase, material stuff. The good thing, when I went there, I left most of my clothes there, so I don't have to worry. I got to carry t-shirt for myself. I got to carry things for myself. I got to carry things for family member. We're not going there to enjoy ourselves, but we're all taking the same risks. Right now, I say as it coming closer, as my trip coming closer, it's harder. It's getting harder. You know, I'm not afraid, to be honest with you, but you got to be concerned of people telling you things and whatsoever. Maybe I don't know how I'm saying it. And somebody said that I gave different scenario, and they were listening to me. And PYJ heard, and then he want to know who is this guy, and the way I brought it down. If they do this, this what's going to happen. This is how I say my thing. And if anybody got a problem with it, fine. But I know they will not have problem. Everybody going to die one day, but I'm not afraid to be friend with you. I'm not scared. And I talked to my children already. They all accepted my wife. It's a risk to be friend with you. And this is the thing here. There are other people who coming back from Liberia. I know a friend. He registered, but he said you're not staying in Liberia for the election. I know some people who went there and registered. They said they're not going back there. I got a family friend who said he's not going back. The first my wife said, "Are you here?" Your friend said you're not going. Oh. Then are you the one that you want Allah you going? Listen, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. The other people out there, they're not better than us. The people who causing Prince Johnson in Liberia, they're not better than us. And they in Liberia. The people who lost their lives in Liberia for standing up, they're not better than us. Cowards die many times before their deaths. We stay out too long. That is why today when you go home, you see other people, the way they live their life, you're surprised. Oh, because you left. They say when the police leave, the Boy Scout take over. When all the educated people leave, the uneducated people take over. That's what happened. When you leave the country, they will come and take over. Because if you sit out there and say, well, that country is this, that country that, that means you give a chance to people to take over. Other people do good when war is on. Other people do bad when war is on. So it's both ways. They say cowards die. A lot of people died during the war because they were afraid to look for food. And that's true. Some people went to look for food and never came back. Other people went to look for food and brought food. Other people die in a house. You don't know where death will meet you. You don't know how you're going to die. So just take every day special and believe that this is the last day that you live in, and just do something good and do something. Just have in mind that today is your last day. So take every day special. Today could be my last day. So let us be careful what we say and what we talk to people, because it's just election. It's just an election. We see Democrat, Republicans shaking hands and doing things here, but they stay argue. We can stay argue. We can stay make the case. People in Liberia, they cussing Joshua every day. They didn't go after them. Then because somebody say you come here, you do this, you do that, I'm gonna be afraid. No, I'm not going to go in harm's way. I'm not going to rush and say I go in Georgia area cussing people there for what? And I got my own strategy where I think it will help me and survive, but I can't say it. And it been helping me when I go to library. I know what I do. I'm not going to hang out in the night. I got no reason of being out in the night. And so those, if anybody think that they got a plans for Mr. Kishan, well, your plans fail already. Your plans fail already. Because people call you, once they call you and give you a message, it failed. So I want to say thank you. I'm waiting for your support. Rosalind, I say I'm waiting for your and brother. I ain't hear from you yet. Rosalind Dix, yep. How are you? And Chocomo, how are you? Valentine Precious, how are you? Yeah, don't mind them. Some of them try to, you see, as we campaign and other people use wars on us, it's fine. That's a good thing. I know you can do nothing to me. You can just cry and get vexed and listen to me, or you just pass by. But you see, sometimes I get vexed and tell people things. But yesterday, I'm not going to really pay attention to people who come on my life anymore. But I stay black. Tom will are blocking off my page because he had been saying a lot. Tom will go on his Facebook page, insult women, go after women because he know that they can't attack him. But when he says Sidiki or Guinean, he should go back to Guinea. I think he crossed the line. He crossed the line, so I had to drop him out. Thank you, Trogon. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And a lot of people, a lot of people contributing. Let me tell you the real truth. And I hope my excess baggage will not be another person send. I think maybe it might come tomorrow because today is holiday. Send a projector, and I'm getting a small little generator when I go home. I think I got one in the yard. There. I'm getting a little generator, and I will get myself a little TV. In fact, the projector, I got a projector background. I'm taking it with me too. So people will go in communities. People will see some of the nonsense that people talking. We will broadcast from. I might not be going to the radio station all the time, but I want to try to be in some communities and then send the. So I'm trying to make sure my computer ain't go mess up over there. But we'll be in a community and broadcast from there. We'll go to places and y'all will see me around Mr. Cummings, but I don't think y'all will see me like that around Mr. Cummings unless it's a gathering. But when I get there, I will tell Sidiki how it's going to work. So we will he can be one place and bring it on and show things. And we need a lot of things. We need a lot of stuff. My people, even the t-shirt, everybody cry for t-shirt. I'm not taking enough t-shirt with me, but I'm taking the prints. All you need to do is to just, hey, you want t-shirt, you want it, use the iron and press it on your t-shirt. So what I'm doing, I'm not giving you the big piece. I'm not going to bring a big picture that I'm able to wear the thing and you got big picture that it with Cummings picture on it. No. Other people like it, but I think I like it. I got the t-shirt, the paper right, the picture right over the right on your left hand side. Right on the left hand side. It's cool. I like it. So I be hey, I know they're gonna get I be using t-shirt like this in Liberia. But I can bring it back now. So t-shirt like this is what I use. I'll just cover the polo place and put the t-shirt. You see Alex Cummings. Let me show what I'm talking about. So right over here, that's where you will see the button. Or I'll put the button, I will stick it on it. You know. So some people say, oh, my man got a man t-shirt. So that one of the t-shirt itself I will be using. I will stick it right on the side. You just see Alex Cummings and vote right. So but and I carry it for people too. They can use it. They press it on a t-shirt. But for future, the CPP or the UP or whosoever, I think we need to abolish t-shirts. We need to, and what the thing is, if you decide to run for any office, get yourself caps or the buttons. It's finished. Don't waste your time with t-shirt. But you got to explain to the people. One man got 4, 5, 6, 7 t-shirt, 10 t-shirt with different party. That's just for wearing to wear clothes. That's just to wear clothes. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's easy because if you give me a button, when I take off this shirt, I wear the other shirt, I put it there. It's a C identity. It's just like when you give your ID card. Another cheap word, another the cheapest one again, another cheap one is to laminate the picture and give it to the person. Laminate the picture, give it to the person, and put on a vote this person and put a picture there. You can do a 4x6 and they put it on the neck. They will wear it. But everybody want t-shirts. Everybody. They're printing 10 million t-shirts for what? What a t-shirt will do for you? What a t-shirt gonna do? Nothing. The t-shirt won't do a damn thing for you. It just wastes money. And I said, I can run a campaign in Liberia or even t-shirt. You see, Liberian people, we're easy to deal with. Just tell them the truth. Continue to be consistent. Say, listen, my brother, the t-shirt business here. And, but if you don't say it, but now if you decide not to bring t-shirt, don't bring t-shirt. Don't bring small, then you get other people. But I believe the t-shirt is supposed to be at a rally. The opening of the campaign, the closing of the campaign, you get t-shirts to give out. And if you want to give t-shirt, then give your foot soldier 5 t-shirts. Give the foot soldier, you got 5. Listen, Nima County got 5,000 Liberians, foot soldiers going around. 5,000. You get a 111 t-shirt at 5,000 t-shirts. The man wear the t-shirt today. What you wear tomorrow? What you wear the after tomorrow? The same stink t-shirt and be walking around. But you getting 5 t-shirts. So that what? You printing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 t-shirts you got to print. You give each one of them 5 t-shirts. But they got to stay watching. They get soap to wash it? No. For me, I carry 7 t-shirts for myself. If I wear the one and I put it down, they will wash it for me. They will hang it up. They will press it. They will put it behind the closet. I ain't got to do it myself. Now in America here, we can't got to do our own laundry. So I wear this one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, Sunday. I want to go to, because when I went, I will go to church. So I will go to church in the morning, but some Sundays I will not even wear no damn party t-shirt. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at 6. As it, as we take it up, the president, they hang it there. I don't even know if it did it because you just want to wear it for a short time. That is why I carry myself a good t-shirt. I know some people will get vest, but that t-shirt I will leave it there too. You understand? So you expect me to take t-shirt like this and give it to one of them? Oh, because now you're stopping, man. You're stopping. And people like this will get it. And if you go to divide t-shirt, you imagine ANC print that kind of t-shirt and start dividing all over the place. The person who you give it to said will not even divide. 2017, they said the ANC t-shirt was nice. I saw some. ANC had the best t-shirt 2017. Everybody wanted it. I saw this boy with 3 dozen of the ANC t-shirt in 2018. One of the coordinators from District 1. The guy said, when I tell I'm going to divide the t-shirt, I beg you. They didn't bring Chinese t-shirt. They can't bring it one yet. I thought the money was dropping. So my people, I know every election is very, very expensive. Election is not easy. I watched LRTN or radio, what? The LPR radio, Liberian Public Radio. Tier 1 Gong Road number 2 men were here raising money. They spent more money on the hall, and when they went to the rally, nobody were there. They cooked, they had a lot of food. But they start auctioning. They were doing an auction for African clothes. I wish I were there. I'm going to buy one. Oh, this going for 50, 50, 100, 100, 100, this and that. The highest was $200. Why waste our time? They say they raised to protect the foot. You got 5,890 polling centers. 5,890 polling centers. Let me see if I write safe. You need 2 pool washer to every polling center. We're talking about we got 2,880 precinct, and then we got 5,890 polling centers. Times 2, because you need 2 pool washer to every polling center. Because if I want to go pee, the next man will wait. And 2 of the every day, NEC can bring different every election time they come with new rules. So the two pool washers do not sit in the place there. They only open their eyes and watch. When the other guy the other guy tired, the other guy come in. Then after that 2 pool washer, you got supervisor that washing the 2 pool washer. Then you got another supervisor that nobody knows that go there to watch the other supervisor. Security on security. We're talking about over $500,000. You know what I'm saying? $500,000. So you do the math. Somebody do the math there. You got the cheapest is a presidential election, not because the man supporting you, not because the man is a CPP man. He will go stand over there from in the morning to 10 o'clock, checking votes, open your eyeball, and you're not supposed to eat. That is where the money going. Or else you will not get your tally sheet. So you can times 5,890 times 25. Go ahead and times it and put it in. And tell your friend how much 5,900 890. That go times 2. Or you times it by 25 times 2 and see how much it costs. You got to pay them. In Montserrat County alone, we spent over $150,000 on pool washer. And still, we pay the pool washers there. Oh, yeah. ANC and CPP begging people to wear the t-shirt while people begging us to wear our t-shirt. CPP got over 10 million t-shirts. I'm telling you. I know people who got 5, 6 CDC t-shirts. CDC printed t-shirt, the money is there. But guess what? When CDC was running the first time, everybody was bringing their own t-shirt. But now, CDC got enough berets. Tell me, they want to use berets. We don't have the money like that. But CDC got more. Okay, all right, and says Nimble. Thank you very much. So you see, and I thought I said, but it's better for you to pay 5,000, 5,000. Why the other party wasting our time? How can you be a political party? There's another guy who came to the States, was talking to my friend. Then he said to buy Chinese food. The Chinese food just arrived. Then he said, "Oh my man, I got no money on me." Oh. The other guy, the guys sort of bring them, send the money. The man, other than a scammer. Some of them just want to in the race. So in the second round, they can cause noise and get their own little share. How can you be in a race and you even campaign nowhere? You just put your name on the ballot, and then we need to discourage these things. If you want to run for president, be serious about it. Be serious about it. Cecilia Coffee Brown, she's one of the vice candidates from what the guy named Philip. One of the vice candidates. She worked with George Weah, she worked with Ellen, she worked with George Weah. What? They want to be president, but they got all this record behind them. You want to be president, you show a long time. Okay, they're not even look at somebody who testing the water to say, I just trying to create myself for the next one. And your team election is cheap. Let UP there thought the people are going to be mining the pool and free. They think the people will be mining for them free. And they're looking for money now. They're having convention, they're having a rally, they're having all kinds of things. They're looking for money. Oh, the people will vote for us. We ain't got to get the people nothing. Yes, and Kofa, you are right. And I will be honest with you, the campaign team, this election is strategic. We are concentrating in certain counties. The same way the other people concentrating in other counties. When you look at UP, the style, everybody got one style of campaigning. Go and call the crowd. They say it's the optics, the crowd, optics count. People say, wow, they may get plenty of crowd. But do you know who see the crowd? The people that see the crowd are you and myself. Because the life that they go in, the life is not even on radio. That you and myself see the crowd. That you and myself say, wow, they may get plenty of crowd. There were people in there, people in Monserrado County who don't know that Mr. Cummings even went to Soul Clinic yesterday. I was talking and the person, but they said, we can see Mr. Cummings, but only you and myself can see Mr. Cummings campaigning. But Mr. Cummings decided he worked already. Since the people don't know me, I'm going to walk around. That's the best way to campaign. In America, yeah, this guy they call Brown, a guy who took when he said John Kerry's seat from Massachusetts. This dude have one old little truck. People overlooking a Republican. This guy go door to door, door to door. He used that his old truck, and he won the senatorial seat. So people didn't know Mr. Cummings. Some people not hear his name. Some people didn't see the picture before. And as fact, Mr. Cummings got to go around. People think they met Alexander Cummings as some big guy. Alexander the Great. Yeah. So I got it. People want to see money dropping. People want to see this and that. Oh, we know money. Oh, we got money. Oh, we ain't got money. Nobody know what's going on. Yeah, nobody know what's going on. Nobody know. Oh, we can see Louis Brown. Y'all leave these people there. That just the heading campaign. Oh, we ain't see Mr. Cummings in our area yet. We ain't get t-shirt yet. That's true. Or maybe they're not true. But I want you to say to me, I will not be afraid to say to anybody here. Nobody coming from Liberia worry about you. This campaign time. You coming from Liberia and say, my man, I hustling, I go to the place, I will not listen to you. I will not listen to you. That the kind of time you call me when I'm serious myself hustling. I will not listen to you. Oh, we won't go. So some of them true, some of them are real, some of them are not real. When I read out send Siddiqui, I said Siddiqui, go and check. Don't let them scare you. In Liberia, the people who listen to radio, they almost would have seen the amount of people that watch Facebook. Those days in Liberia, in 2017, when I went there, we were talking about divine radios. The radio was what? $5 for radio. You just charge your radio and you play. You see the show with a wheelbarrow, they got radio on it and they listen to the music. They listen to the radio station. But you barely see that in Liberia again. They may not making money. They make me waste the time for battery. They may making money. They me sit down and be listening to radio station. We got to be strategic. We got to understand. Why should I take all my resources and take it into Lofa County when I know I would not win? I can put all the resources there. The one that's going to vote for me will vote for me. Eh? The Liberia. Nima County. We fighting in Nima County. The one who takes on the vote. Jeremiah will take on the vote. Will take on the vote. But you got Bon County, where people have an open mind. You got Magibi County, the people have an open mind. You got Grand Bassa County, where the VP coming from. We got Maryland County, where Mr. Cummings coming from. We must do everything to win Maryland County because they may win it before, but still we can't second them. We got the Southeast. We have to take certain pieces from the Southeast. We got Cape Mount, where the people have a device. The people's minds over there are not clock. They don't vote in like a tribe, you know. So all these things we're taking our time. And look, I'm satisfied with the campaign so far. But some people are not satisfied. Some people are still struggling. Some people are saying that, oh my man, it's not easy. And yeah, you're right, Troko. People call you, I want megaphone, I want this other one here. We campaigning. Go to the head office, go to the HQ and ask them. If you know you wanted to do these things, you should have started a long time ago. Long time ago. But I met one of my friend in the church there. He just sent the money. He sent $50 to a girl. She said she's talking to the people in the community. I said, do you know her? Oh yes, she's talking. Look, I see it. I have seen it. I know it. This time, people call your phone because they see me on Facebook. They just bring my number. And by the time you start talking, if they don't ask you for campaign, they tell you how XYZ. Oh, send a man on a passion at politics. Let me talk about politics. So, Liberians, you're expecting to call you. But everybody want to be their own man in Liberia. Other people don't want to work with nobody. Maybe by Wednesday I'll be bringing Randy, wait, he's and Dapo on the show. He myself will talk. Maybe he got some breaking news, but it's up to them. We all go to the end of the river. We are getting there. We cannot stop right now. We cannot allow anything to distract us. We cannot stop right now. We must continue the fight. You got to call your people, talk to them. The silent voters in Liberia is real. The silent voters is real. You just saw it for yourself. We open the lines. We're not calling people to call us. We open the lines. The silent voters were full. And 4 persons said they will vote for Mr. Cummings. 5 said they will vote for Mr. Weir. And 3 said they will vote for Joseph Boakai. But when it started, Joseph Boakai was up to 3. And Mr. Weir was in the 4th. When Mr. Cummings got his first one. But before the calls could finish, Mr. Cummings went to 4. The silent voters, are they for Mr. Cummings or Mr. Weir or Mr. Boakai? I know they're not for Mr. Weir because there's no way you'll be a silent voter for a ruling party. But the ones that will make the best case, who will tell the Liberian people what we're going to do, and then it will be easy for us. Yeah. I understand. Nobody, I told him, I said when he comes, he will get ready for the course. We're going to keep Randy in a distance. Let me tell you something. And you know, in politics, Randy explained certain things to me, and he realized, and he said, General, I will take this one from you. Patient. Patient is the order of the day. Anything you want to do, you got to be very patient. Like my little brother here watching me, they call him Kofa Boli. Very patient kid. I call him kid because I older than him. Very, very patient. But God bless him today. He got to the place where he's supposed to be. We got to be patient. Randy was not patient. He felt that because he had that connection, he looked at Mr. Cummings like a CEO and whatsoever, and were able to communicate and whatsoever, think that he would be in our group. But understand, every organization you join, not everybody going to accept you straight. You got to come in there and take your time. Just listen to what the man want to say. So it will be helpful. Maybe the man want to tell us, say, listen, I have realized, but Mr. Cummings is the best man to lead. Whether they believe in or not, let him clear himself. It ain't mean that he coming to join us or whatsoever. But in life, sometimes when people make mistakes, let the people see you. Let the people see you like. And while we're talking, the other boss started to laugh. My friend just said, he said, damn, I you just convinced. I said, no, I'm not convincing Randy, but I'm telling Randy how it looked like. How long it take me to even talk to Mr. Cummings. I supported Mr. Cummings from 2016, the end of 2016 into the 2017 election. I supported Mr. Cummings. The whole of 2016, I supported Mr. Cummings. Nobody brought me. I never had a face-to-face conversation with Mr. Cummings until 2019 on Zoom when Jan Boma called me and added my name to the communication team. And I spoke with Mr. Cummings that same 2019 before I got on that Zoom with him. I just decided to put in the calls. So you see there, I was patient. Nobody asked me. Siddiqui supported Mr. Cummings 2016, voted for Mr. Cummings 20, the last election, but never had the opportunity to say to Mr. Cummings, never had the opportunity to do things with other people. Other people saw Siddiqui, they talked to Siddiqui, some people once in a while, until Siddiqui came across me. I just wanted to give myself that all that glory, but when he came across me, and from the first interaction, I saw his sincerity and how we started working. And how long it took, I just decided this day, after a long time, I asked you guys, I said, you let raise money for Siddiqui to buy a bike. And then I asked her, I said, let's raise money. Because I started getting afraid. Siddiqui was leaving the studio in the night to go home. I started getting afraid, especially when we were on the Liberty Radio. I said, oh boy, if something happened to the boy, Sunday will be in trouble. And we're able to get him a motorbike. And today, I'm relaxed. I don't need to give Siddiqui anything. You guys called Siddiqui and gave him what he want. Siddiqui got up early this morning behind Mr. Cummings, and school's about to open. He got to go to school. You understand? He still know that he got to go to school. Yeah, and I can send you the link, and you got to take. You got to. I can send you the link. When I send you the link, you can. Okay, Titi Nimlan, I sent you this link. If you're using an iPhone and you click on it, your iPhone will tell you to do certain things. That means you have to paste it into your email address. But I send it on your messenger. If you on a Android, just click on it and then you will come on. Maybe you want to say something. But so that is it. I understand you will not want to see Randy, but let Randy come and say what he want to say. And we were asking the necessary question. It will be the hardest seat that he will sit in. But he understand that he sat, he said, I look at myself the other day and say, I live in America, I'm working in America. If I go home, is there how they're going to treat me? I'm a stranger in my own country. And imagine what they do to Mr. Cummings. But and then he made all the necessary connection for Mr. Cummings to talk to this person. And because it never happened, he started feeling bad and all kinds of things. Yeah. And he started to feel bad. He jumped on, if Mr. Cummings don't call me, I will do this one. So that's the whole thing. Yeah. Guys, let me make this one call. I'm here for the next 5 minutes. And guys, I was talking to Liberia. That's why I say, yeah, please hold on 1 minute. But I'm almost on NTT. We will protest. No, 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 no. General, thanks for mentoring Siliki along with Mr. Maulo. Yeah, oh yeah, Maulo doing an excellent and thing. Siliki can't wait. At the two people Siliki will always talk about. He said, Mr. Maulo and me. He said, my man, he said, all the other people there. Brandy is disruptor. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Uh, Truco, you want to come on? You let me know. Man, let me talk. Okay, guys. Let me bring Sidiki in quick.
I mean, you got to talk to the media.
Sidiki, what's up, my man? Guys, how you coming on?
I'm good, General. How you doing?
So where you coming from now? Because I see you heading to another place.
Yeah, we just
Oh, but internet.
yeah. What?
Okay, keep up. I see the internet. You are breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
The LBS. There's a market around LBS. That's where we came from. But we already to Dubai market. We're going. So they have today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow we'll be visiting all the market in Monserrado.
Okay, some people complain. They're saying that they can't understand the campaign, how it going. So how you see the campaign? You got any word for them? Anything?
Yeah, maybe some of them they want us to do what the UB are doing, and I think we did that yesterday, and it was impressive. We had a rally in District 4 yesterday, and the turnout
Totally.
was very good. So for us, we want to reach out to the people, and right now, as you can see, we are already to Dubai market. You see people coming outside, like they already. It's just about making him accessible to the people, to bring him to the people, and the people seeing interact with him, and most especially for him to know the conditions that people are faced with, or the kind of environment they live in, so that when he get there tomorrow, he can be concerned about the people. That's why we are doing this.
Okay, good. And as I told you, I said I got some threat walls from certain people, but it's no problem. But everything so far is going good, and I'm happy that you're able to come on to tell the Liberian people what is going. So y'all reached the Dubo Road already.
Yeah, we already to Dubai market. We already here.
You can turn the camera around. Let me see that area.
Okay, let me see.
Can you turn the camera around small?
I'm trying to work on the camera. Yeah, you confirm? The message member go for no problem. The message member go for him, report and go for him.
Look at the people. You can see that he's sitting in the front. My battery going dead. Let me see. I got 5 more minutes. 5. That's it. Sidiki, I tell you to show the flow. Okay, so that is the Duburo market over there. So Sidiki. Okay,
I'm not
that's it,
hearing
Mr.
you, General, but I think it's in the car.
Yeah. Okay, I see Mr. Cummings' car. Okay, the black car you just saw over there is one of Mr. Cummings' car. They're already there. You hear the noise in the background. Everybody and coming around. See, so Mr. Cummings is only traveling with few people, and he going from market to market. It's not about meeting the Liberian Marketing Association president. No, you hear the crowd. You You hear the noise for yourself? It's working. They say nobody knows Mr. Cummings, but this is what going on in Liberia, my people. I can't wait to be there. We will fire up. You see, Mr. Cummings? That's the guy right there. That is your candidate, your next president of Liberia. Now we got security all over the place. And my people, me tell you, your security posted they need me. I'm gonna bring some jacket for them too. So if any one of y'all can help me with
Hello?
jacket, yes, I can hear you, Sidiki. I can hear you.
Yeah, so
I can.
I think I have to leave because I have to go on live with the other app.
Okay, okay. So take it easy there. Be safe, Sidiki. Be safe.
I mean,
O-
I'll call you.
Okay, so guys, that is what Sidiki is leaving. He's going to switch over so you can watch it on Voice Matter. But this is what happening. And to be honest with you, that because of you and everything we're doing, we're chipping in. In fact, it's so bad when even they try to distribute something amongst them, they always tell Sidiki, say, my man, you're okay. Oh. At least the general taking care of you. And, but it's cool. And, these are all sacrifice. Sidiki get up in the morning, he ready and go into a regular thing that he expecting that this is what I'm going to do. And school is about to open again. School is about to open. And he always said, "Big brother, when school open, I don't know how we'll manage." He said, "But the good thing with university, you can, make yourself flexible." Yeah. And the jacket with the pockets, the jacket and the safari jackets, but the one the pocket lane, the one that with the big pocket. I think I bought. In fact, let me. You hold on 1 minute. Let me bring this. So you see. Okay. Now, like this, these are the jackets I ordered for these ones. Lot of people like it in Liberia. They carry a lot of gadgets, and especially the security guys. Black would be preferable. Yeah, these jackets. You wear it, they got a lot of. But one of these jackets is $26, $26. It's not easy. I was able to purchase 6 of them, and you can't give one person, especially they themselves ask for it. I was going the other time when I went to Liberia. I carry, I think, roughly about 10 of these jackets. I was just buying them small, small. So, but I left mine. I got 2 there for myself, and I got a camouflage one. And some of them even want bulletproof jacket, but hey, it's not easy to get bulletproof jacket. They got some of the jacket that you can put plate in. You can put a plate in there. So that's what they want. And the caps, they got the security cap. If people around is SB asking for these things, because they wear color clothes around Mr. Cummings, and or sometimes they wear safety vests. Everybody in safety vests. I can't stand that thing there. Like because the outside I agree, but they want to get it. You gotta put a cell phone. They gotta put this thing here. You can't be holding. So I like it because when I run it around, I got a lot of pockets on it. When you go on Amazon, you will find it there. So if you want to order for it and you use my address, they will drop it over to us. And caps. I bought some caps. Okay. I don't have your number. I got your number in my phone. I don't think I have my number in your phone. Okay, Buster, I sent you a link. If you want to come on, you will see it into your messenger. I sent you a link, or I can call you if you want me to call you on your messenger. Hello? 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 Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, me just meet this. So, guys, these are some of the things I was doing, and soon I'll be out of here this month. I'm prepared to be in Liberia until the second round. We don't know the special. We don't know the date for the second round, and even the election commission is saying that they don't have money for the second round, but they will get money. So don't worry. Yeah, but damn, give Catherine, you won't give me too much work now. Okay, I never did it before. I know they do this. They do this thing here where I will ask somebody, but I never did it before to be frank with you, Catherine. I know we did registry before with Burlington Coat Factory and Baby Depot a long time, but I don't know if they do it on Amazon. I don't know. Although I got an account with Amazon, I never did it before. Yeah, I never did it before. Yes, still in these elections. That's true. We're still in the election, but it is our time. We're having election this year, and but my advice to everybody: please let us be and savor to each other. This is not a time for us to. And I promised myself from yesterday. Oh, I was so mad yesterday, and I blocked Tom Will because I think he crossed the line. But I promise not to use the F word. Yeah, I promise not to use the F word. I don't call somebody man. And the people that I can overcross, I know them. Let me tell you the real truth, I know them. Good, good, good. That's why you see they don't answer, they don't say nothing. But I mean nothing, so I don't really mean anything. To be fair, I mean nothing. But people, the message is going. I see I got a message yesterday. It's a threatening message, but don't let it. I just telling you, just in case. I handle it already, and I send message back to somebody there, so they will handle it because I will not sit for someone to threaten me and think that I will just let it slide. So I myself, I sent message back to Liberia, and the person said, "Who's that?" And I gave the name, and that's it. So we can be doing this to each other. I never cursed Mr. Barker. I never insulted him one day, but I say he's corrupt. It's not an insult. I say Mr. Barker is not fit to be president. Mr. Barker is not a good leader. Mr. Barker is not a decisive leader. He don't know how to make a decision right now where his state of mind he can't make it. Why? Because it's fact. Mr. Barker, why Barker presidency at the time? Eh? They ask the same question. Well, as I listen to people talking, Liberia is 106 years old. That's it. Mr. Barker, what is your 100 days plan for Liberia? He sat down for almost 1 million and said, we know we in an alliance. So I can't come up with 100-day plan. We got to decide. We win first before we govern. Hey, man. Yes, you win before you govern, but what are your plans? That when you govern, you got to wait for CDC, do going through 9 months with the PPP. Mr. Bwaka, y'all go watch Mr. Bwaka interview in Ghana recently. If Mr. Bwaka was going to campaign like that in Liberia at the time and say what we did in the UP government, we did some this and that, but he took the glory in. I said, I listen to the man. The man said, we can do better because the UP government did this. But in Liberia, Mr. Bwaka complained. He blamed Ellen Johnson for everything. You said the man got two faces? Eh? When you ask what the man will go do Ghana the best. You want to ask Mr. Cummings what you going to do America, you ask him. Sometimes I go back to listen to the old tapes, and this boy said Mr. Cummings lied on his citizenship. Mr. Cummings lied about the citizenship. Are you a Liberian or American? The man I'm a Liberian, I lie. Even if the man naturalized, I say I'm a Liberian. You got problem with that? Liberian people, oh God. At the end of the day today now, and they say we can vote. And we can vote now. What that the issue go? Because on Liberian, you got president. You got president who got green citizenship. You don't complain. I bet you my Ellen Johnson second citizenship. You don't complain. You got people working in the government. You don't complain. That Mr. Cummings, when you look here, you say he's citizen of America. You try to throw your own citizen away. Do you know what the Constitution says? That what the born is that Jalo born one. No one can deny or Liberian the citizenship. Nobody. Whether you go to Japan, you naturalize, you are Liberian citizen. Only you alone can deny your citizenship when you put it in court. In front of competent court of jurisdiction and say, I don't want to be a Liberian citizen. Liberians, we are lawyers, but we don't go to court. We lie about everything. Like the Article 15, yes. It is your right to associate and disassociate allow. That's what they say. They say it is your right to associate or not to associate. But Henry Costa and Bernard Ure say it is your right to associate and disassociate. I mean, you join and you leave. Oh, God. But they say it is your right to join a group or not to join a group. Not to join. That's what the people say. But if you join a group, you abide by the rules and regulations that go down. Then I where Article 25 of the Constitution come in. That no competent court of no court can cancel a contract between you and I. No court. No law in Liberia can do it. When you and I sign a contract that when I'm leaving, this is my punishment, you abide by that contract. Article 25. Now, when you go to school, no other thing else. Article 25. But Joseph Boakai then went to court. Former Chief Justice, who in jail today, say, oh, it is the right of UP to leave. And because of peace, they say, okay, y'all go. Because of peace. And this thing is not a strange thing, it happens all the time. The Liberian Association, when I took over, I defeated a group of people in the election. And they were not happy. So they say we should, the other guys say we should give her money back, all the dues we've been paying. She took us to court. We had a court on Zoom. And then the judge asked us. The judge looked at the whole thing. He said, listen, man. In fact, she was trying to sue me for harassment. Because, so the judge made it, say, listen, any argument in a meeting where you go at each other is not an harassment. So push that one aside. And that's it. So she said, I harass her in the meeting. So the judge looked and he said, you know, for what I hear, you people are doing good. But, Mr. President, for the sake of peace, for the sake of not to worry about her, she said, yo, all her dues she been paying. She said, we owe 3,000 and change. The judge said, but it's impossible for me to give you 3,000 and change. Can you give her this money? Give her $1,000. He said, but wait, you gave her $1,000, but this $1,000 will not go to her. Can you make that donation to any two non-for-profit organizations? The judge said, he said, according to the Constitution, she paid her dues. It's not refundable. But for the sake of peace, madam, she said, oh yes, because she said, I don't want the money. It will go to organization, so she won't choose. She said, okay, I will choose. No, the judge said no. We said, Judge, we will choose. We choose the St. Jude and CAP in Philadelphia, the Children Assistance Program thing. We choose that and we distribute $1,000 to them. And the judge said today, from today's day, the divorce is final. Don't bother with her. Don't. She took our keys Our documents, she misplaced it. The judge said we should sue her, but then I just look and say, you know what, don't waste our time. We can get that document back. In fact, the judge said, yes, you're right. I said we can go back and get a document from the State Department, and we can go and get a new key that costs us $40 for the mailbox key. So, but the judge said we can't give her the money. The judge said for the sake of peace, so everybody can do the money. She said you owe her. You will take the money and give it to and charity. We'll give it to charity. So it's the same thing that happened in Liberia. For the sake of peace, let UP go, let ALP go. But the day or company, if you sign a contract, let's say you must sign a contract, and I break that contract, if I go to court, I will bring up that case. I said, but you remember the case between CPP and UP, where they signed a contract and you allow CPP to leave and UP to leave, and they broke that contract. But the same constitution said nobody can break a contract. It's like in America, you get a telephone, they say that 2 years telephone. If you decide to leave within that 2 years, people fine you $200. The law can help you. The law can help you. But that's Liberia. The same thing 2017 election, that the same thing happened. We're sort of go for a rerun. But the same United Party, they left from behind the group. They said, okay, we don't want to rerun. All we need for someone to protect the vote, and everything they ask for, they give it to them. So BRUMSKINE on a case, bam, they push it outside. You know. So guys, thank you very much. Happy Labor Day to those of you who work in the hard-working people. That Labor Day for everybody. But if you're a hard-working guy like myself, happy Labor Day. I know you ate all the barbecue yesterday. A lot of people invited me from the bar for barbecue, but I never show up because lesson that was a hectic day for me. You know, I'm the chairman of the board, the trustee board in my church. I'm not a deacon. I'm chairman of the trustee board. And next week I got an election to take care of. I am the present president of the Librarian Association of South Jersey. And we're having an election. I'm not participating, I'm not contesting. We got only one person so far running, but this is my second. I was there for 2 terms, and then I left. Another guy took over, he went 2 terms, and then I came back again, and I served 1 term, and I got all women in my administration, but nobody want to contest. It's hard to find volunteers when it comes to Librarian Association because you are the slave. It was killing me. And in fact, somebody asked the simple Mr. President, you into the politics business too much. They Mr. Cummings business and this. And I say, you're right, but people, they all over the place. Yeah. We just had a book drive and bags given it to students. And that's it. So thank you very much for your time. God bless you. I hope you were hearing me say because I was too low. Okay. I love you guys. Bye for now. Happy. My son celebrating his birthday on the 5th. Tomorrow. Oh, shit. Tomorrow is my son's birthday. So, you got to do something. So, y'all take care of my people. Y'all take it easy, yeah? Let me play let me play one song to send you home. Yeah, about Alex Cummings. Oh, Alex Cummings. The door-to-door campaign.
I say, Ricky, how coming, frustration coming. CPP coming with fire, Corona and retire. Just see the way we do yellow bone. There's nothing when Alex Cummings become president, party struggle fini. Government officials will stop stealing our country money. Common people starving, daily leaders having party. We've been praying for better days, but things just getting nasty. CPP coming, politicians run for political weapon and funny. Retire was stopping, the hour is down. Alex Cummings spending the money. They say that's poor, but the country is rich. Responsible leader with 40 for change. Phase 1 and phase 2, take over the mansion and handle the key. I say, I got that one. Celebrating Mary, making for the winning day. When Alex man for me show his face. You tell me who can show that face. I say we taking over, CPP taking power. Yeah, then only they think they still want to favor it. People got them yelling, opposition getting confusing. Hey, CPP coming with fire. Corrupt and retire. Just see the way we do your level. Papa go power. Actually, dear, actually, dear, actually, dear, this more thing, actually, dear, actually, dear, actually, dear, actually, dear, this more thing, actually, dear.
Bati, Elizana coming, Bati. Zekwe, CPP, Zekwe, Charlie Broski, Zekwe. I want, za. Party house. Stand up, barrel, stand up, barrel. Well. Who you want? My Liberian people, who you want? Our market women crying, who you want? Our Yana boys are crying, who you want? Zoba. Handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go, everybody sing far. Bati, Elizana coming, Bati. Zekwe, CPP, Zekwe, Charlie Broski, Zekwe. I want, za. Party house. Stand up, barrel, stand up, barrel. Well. Who you want? My Liberian people, who you want? Our market women crying, who you want? Our Yana boys are crying, who you want? Zoba. Handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go, everybody sing far. Look how can they say that coming where we want? But me can't they coming where we want? Very like they coming where we want. Nima can't they coming where we want? Basa can't they that coming where we want? Kema can't they that coming where we want? Papa we there I say that coming where we want. Regular can't they that coming where we want? Musa Belete I say who you want? Mama Teresa coming who you want? Well, Adame.
Parti. C'est quoi? CPP, c'est quoi? Charlie Broski, c'est quoi? Party, party. I want her. Za.
Y'all listen to the little general. The man gave you a battle cry. He listened to the computer. Every time he listen to this song, he can just be talking party. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good day. Don't be carried by the noise in the market. There's no party on record that they ever won first round in Liberia. So only people with narrow-minded. They say, if you think education expensive, try ignorance. And for the last 12 years, UP never won first round. George, we are never got more than 40%. UP never got more than 40% of the vote. Where in this time that you will get more than 40%? Only people with narrow-minded people would give such a analogy. I said I will win the first round. I never said I will win 50 plus 1. If there were 3 candidates, then we can say these things. But you get 20 candidates. You barely came out. You were just out a few days. Then you said you win in the first round. One, you know that's the kind of stealing. Then when George Weah then say it, then the other profess. When George Weah said will win 1 round, they can say it. I'm a second tell anybody say I win 1 round. A 1 round victory. 1 round victory. You do nothing. You got no record. You don't got nothing to show what you're running on, but you won't win 1 round. George Weah, the time you never had record, you never win 40%. Now you got record, and it's so terrible. How in the world you will put up 50 plus 1? How? For you to get 50 plus 1, let me make you understand. For you to get 50 plus 1, you must win Monserrado over 50%. You must win Lofa County over 50%. You must win Nima County over 50%. If you win all these county over 50%, you show when you put it together, you show of going 50%. But you think when you win 40, this and that, 10, 10, 10, 10, it will go to 50? Let me ask you. I know Marvel. You got 40 in this subject, 40, 40, 40, 40. If they add all together, you get 50? Will you get 50? What kind of sense is that? Eh? You add all and divide by the subject. If you get 70 and you get 50, you got 60, you got 40. Then we understand. But you're not too sure getting 50% in Monserrado County. Will you get 50% in Monserrado County? Can you take 50% in Lofa County right now? Can you get 50% in Nima County? You sure? Can you get 50% that you sure? Hey, man, Liberian people, we got 20 candidates, man. So my winning of the first round straight, I took it back because I thought we were going to be only 3 candidates. Then before tier 1 came in. But you got 20. Don't overlook that. Some of them will get 500. Some of them will get 1,000. Some of them will get 2,000. You thinking about it too? Man, you put joke too much. You joke a lot. Only Liberian, you get a national team going to play a game. Your team in practice, but you say we can beat Nigeria. So you won't beat Nigeria by luck. You won't beat Nigeria by luck. Because you're in a game, so you won't beat Nigeria by luck. You won't beat a country that concentrate and spend more money on football. But you just won't beat them because you think that a lucky ticket. Or you will just come and walk in like you got a particular number. Oh, we got the numbers. Yeah, you got the numbers. George, we got the numbers too. If that 2017 you talk about that means George, we are going to win again. If you think you have the number, George, we got the numbers too. That 2017, I mean, we'll just sit there and look at you. We ain't got a number. We'll just look at you. Then George Weah will win again. Because George Weah won 14 counties. And UP won 1. And it will still be the same thing. If that the number you're talking about, that will be the same thing. Oh, you agree on that one there. You agree to it. You agree to that one there. But when we agree to your number, your fake, made up, fantasy world number, and you keep it in Tradevco, Ben, I close down. Yeah. Okay, guys, you have a good day. God bless you. And don't forget,